It's time for Fightin' Chick Football. 106.1 The Ranch, proud to be the flagship station for CHS Sports. This is George Plummer, play-by-play voice of the Fightin' Chicks, thanking you for tuning in. Tonight's broadcast made possible by the following Fightin' Chick supporters: Jake's Rib, Chickasha Realty, Liberty Drug, and Canadian Valley Technology Center. Also, Sonic Drive-In, Our Best Bank, DR Heating and Air Conditioning, and Celsior. We also want to thank Small Engine Service, Community Bank of Oklahoma, Southern Plains Medical Center, and Joe's Maytag. Tonight's broadcast is also possible thanks to the help of MotionWorks Physical Therapy, the Millette Hunter Insurance Agency, Dr. Pepper, and Wing Tea.
They're a lot smaller on defense. They're trying to play their guys mainly one way, but their defense is not. They're built for speed and flying to the football, and they do a good job. And they're in good position, but they're not huge up front. So we need to come out and really try to establish the line of scrimmage and win that battle, and just play our game. And no matter who we're playing, do what we do, and not worry about who we're playing against.
They also had some special teams breakdowns last week in the loss to Carl Albert. It was close up until midway or late in the third quarter before Carl Albert kind of really come to the woodshed, so to speak. So, that's a segment of the game that you don't think a whole lot about until something big happens.
Yeah, well, the coaches think a whole lot about it, I promise you, because the special teams is unique in that every time a special teams unit takes the field, it can flip the field. It can change the field position drastically by 50 yards or so every time a special teams unit takes the field. So we don't take it lightly. And I know Duncan's worked on their kickoff coverage. Like you said, Carl Albert took 2 kickoff returns back for a touchdown. So it's something that they're working on, just like we're working on our punt unit and all our other units. But special teams is a third of the game. So we try to spend a lot of practice time on it and make sure our guys know what's going on.
How's the development of the flex bone coming? And, just Jake Womack, again, is going to be just his 4th start at quarterback under the lights here tonight. And, Colin Stevens, the new center. And we talked about last week about how much extra work they've been putting in practice. So week number 4, how's their development?
Oh, I think it's come miles. It really has. We just see improvement in everything we're doing week to week to week. With our system, it doesn't really matter who we're playing or what their scheme is. We're going to follow our rules. We're going to do what we're coached to do. The big thing about us is we just got to create some big play opportunities. Well, we feel like we move the ball well in these 3 games when we don't turn it over. We move the ball well, but we're not getting big chunk plays. We're getting 4 or 5 or 10 yards at a time. We need to be able to get the ball in the hands of some guys that can take it 30 or 40 yards every now and then to really open some things up and score some points.
Right, and then when you get to the red zone, take care of business. And, again, that was an issue last week. So that's the thing. Hang on to the football. The guys up front need to make the blocks and open up some gaps and make some things happen.
You bet. The guys up front do a really good job for us. Every time we watch film, they just get a little better. They get a little better concept of what we're trying to do. They're senior leading up front, so we feel good about the guys we got blocking. And Braden Blake's really shined last week, looked good at our fullback position. Jake's getting better all the time. He's still not making all the right reads, but he's getting there, and he's a good leader for us and leads our offense. So if we eliminate turnovers, we'll put some points up.
Tonight's the night that district play starts, and the next 7 games are very critical for all the teams in this district as they fight for positions for postseason play. We'll take a break. Back with more Sonic pregame in a moment here on 106.1 The Ranch.
High school sports are among the many extracurricular programs that our students participate in. They learn important skills like teamwork, determination, communication, and sportsmanship. This is State Representative David Perryman. My wife Jo and I support students throughout the area and encourage those same characteristics in the classroom and to achieve high academic goals for the common good of all. If you have questions or ideas to share about issues at the state capitol, I encourage you to give me a call.
If you're like most people and your cell phone costs as much as your laptop, First National Bank and Trust Company's got great news for you. We've added cell phone insurance as one more terrific terrific benefit at no additional cost for every Premier checking account
Bobby,
holder
can you
at
play another
FNBT.
commercial, please?
Our size lets us purchase cell phone insurance at great rates. This
Yeah,
coverage pays up to $250 per loss, up to
Okay.
2 phones per year. Read all the terms and conditions. To open a Premier account and learn about all 20 benefits, drop by any of our 11 locations. First National Bank, member FDIC.
From blazing heat to freezing cold, Oklahoma's weather can wreak havoc on your home comfort system. Keep your system in shape with regularly scheduled routine maintenance from D-Hard Air Conditioning. Their certified specialists can take care of any issue affecting the performance of your home comfort system, keep it in shape, and fend off the sudden shifts in weather. Ensure a comfortable home with reliable maintenance from D-Hard Air Conditioning. Call now, 224-0184.
Welcome back to our Sonic pregame. We're at Halliburton Stadium in Duncan. George Plummer, Howie Jackson, John Mulder, Dennis Lynham all here for the district opener for these two district rivals. Chickasha and Duncan go back quite a ways, Howie, and it's always a good rivalry. And it's going to be an interesting game tonight. We've got two teams with losing records coming in. Both teams had very competitive non-district schedules, and we'll see what happens tonight here in Duncan.
Definitely a beautiful night tonight in Duncan, Oklahoma. Marching band's out on the field right now and taking care of some marching band duties. Great night for football. If you're headed down this way, make sure you get some sunglasses over on that east side. You'll be looking into the sun for the next 30 or 40 minutes, and the Fighting Chick sideline will be as well.
But they've got some new facilities here, and especially the press box section, and they raised some private money here in the Duncan community, and about $400,000 from what we understand, but a new two-level press box here, heated and air-conditioned. They got the air conditioning on, and from the old stadium from the 1930s, there's still some WPA-type structures here, so it's still got its historic value, but it's also been upgraded with not just the press box, but a new 8-lane competition polyurethane track.
Yeah, that track facility looks pretty good. It's a nice, outstanding facility. Made the sidelines a little bit shallower. I was noticing that when I was watching warm-ups earlier, and that's about maybe a 5 or 6 yard deep sideline before you get into the track pavement there, which is the urethane. And just, mention the WPA, you've got the rock wall that still goes all the way around the facility, and then you've got the updated facility, so you have really the best of both worlds.
As we mentioned, both teams come in with losing records tonight. The Fighting Chicks winless after their first 3 non-district games, losing the season opener to Anadarko 33-7, then going on the road, losing to Noble 44-16, and then last week dropping a 37-6 decision to Cash. So the Chicks have had trouble scoring with only 4 touchdowns in their first 3 games. The Duncan Demons haven't had any trouble scoring, Howie, but they've also been giving up a lot of points. And they beat Guthrie 28-27 in the season opener, considered an upset there. Then they dropped a 10-point decision to Shawnee, 48-38. And as we mentioned in pregame, the Carl Albert game was close until there were some special teams breakdowns late, and Carl Albert ran away with that one, 59-34. So Duncan averaging right about 30 points a ball game, and that's a pretty volatile offense.
Definitely, and that's putting up some good points against some good competition. So Chickasha defense is going to have their hands full tonight containing the attack from the Duncan Demons.
New quarterback, as you might have heard, is Luke Ring, has moved in from Mustang, and he could throw it, as evidenced by the offensive numbers that they've put up. Last year's quarterback, Colin Klingensmith, has moved to the receiver position, but I guess the big thing about this entire Duncan team is they're a veteran squad. They've got several players that are now in their second or third year, and, of course, with Coach Benton in his second year, he's really done wonders here. Coming in from Salisaw, from eastern Oklahoma down to southern Oklahoma, where he's hopes to get the Duncan Demons poised for a playoff run, and it all starts tonight.
Definitely, and both of these teams want to get it headed the right direction as you get into the deeper parts of the schedule and the weather cools off even more, and that just means you're getting into the heart of your district schedule, and looking forward to a good one here tonight with Duncan Demons and the Chickasha Fighting Chicks.
And let's check the other district games that are going on tonight, and the big game is actually in Ardmore tonight, Howie. as we've got a top 10 matchup. This week's number 2 team in 5A against last week's number 2 team, the Del City Eagles. Del City dropped all the way to number 7 after their loss to Midwest City last week, but Del City number 7 at number 2 Ardmore. A great way to start off district play in southern Oklahoma. The other district games, top-ranked Lawton Mac, they are on the road in Oklahoma City taking on Northwest. And 5th-ranked Altus is at home tonight at Hightower Stadium taking on the El Reno Indians.
I look for Altus to take care of El Reno tonight, and that's my prediction. And then
safe to say
that's a pretty easy one there. I didn't take a whole lot for that one, but maybe Altus is coming off of beating Anadarko a couple of weeks ago, and maybe they're not ready for El Reno. El Reno could come down and sock them in the mouth. And then Ardmore, those guys don't put the ball up in the air. They like to keep the ball on the ground, and as evidenced from the last time that we went down to the stadium down there in Ardmore, and I remember the rushing and passing stats, and the quarterback was 0 for 1 for the game.
Yeah.
So they will keep it on the ground against the Del City Eagles on their attack, and that'll be an interesting game there. I'm not going to pick one on that one, but I pick Ardmore to have 250 yards rushing.
That wouldn't surprise me at all. And, of course, Ardmore runs the same flexbone offense that the Chicks have instituted this year. So that brings us to the Chick offense tonight. And, again, they last week they made some progress, taking the opening drive downfield and getting so close before turning it over. And Coach Jerry Don Bray said that the center-turned quarterback, Jake Womack, and his new center, Colin Stevens, are better this week, and he hopes the Chicks can limit the turnovers here this evening.
Definitely. That was a pretty much a backbreaker on the first drive of the game. I look for them to take control early and make sure that they finish the drive with points. Whatever points you're going to get, it's important to get them up on the board, kind of get the momentum going. And if they can limit the turnovers tonight, George, it's gonna be the difference in winning and losing this game.
It is homecoming tonight here at Halliburton Stadium. Let's take a break. Back with the coin toss as our Sonic pregame continues in a moment here on 106.1 The Ranch.
Southern Plains Medical Center, SPMC, has been providing quality health care to the residents of Southwest Oklahoma for 100 years. And SPMC offers general surgery, internal medicine, lab and radiology, and many other services that others cannot offer anymore. In Anadarko, the Physicians Hospital offers Caddo County residents health care and vision care with the Advanced Eye Center in downtown Anadarko. Together, Southern Plains Medical Center and the Physicians Hospital Anadarko, proudly serving the residents of Grady and Caddo counties.
Wish you could undo your Verizon or AT&T contract? Just bring your bill to a U.S. Cellular store, and we guarantee we'll beat your current plan price. If we can't, you'll get a $50 promo card. Retail installment contract, shared connect plan, phone turn-in, $25 activation fee, and device protection plus required. Must port in number from Verizon or AT&T on comparable shared data plan. $50 U.S. Cellular promo card issued by MetaBank, member FDIC, valid for purchase in-store or online. Other restrictions apply. See store for details.
Seljamore has all the devices to keep you and your family connected no matter where you are. Seljamore, your U.S. Cellular authorized agent. Check out our Chickasha location at 1714 South First.
Come see us at Seljamore.
John Holder down at the 50-yard line for our coin toss tonight, a presentation of Tom Cook, your local Farmers Insurance Group agent, with unique options that reward drivers for being accident-free. See Tom Cook, Farmers Insurance Group, downtown Chickasha, 5th and Chickasha Avenue. Here's John Mulder with referee Kevin Aiken. Having some technical problems with the microphone down there, but so we'll get the coin toss here as we have got our captains for the Chicks, Jose Solano, Braden Blakes, TJ Wicks, and Damon Miller. And for the Duncan Demons, we have Hunter Kelly, Luke Ring, Nathan Clark, and Hayden Moore. Chickasha in the white jerseys with purple numbers, purple pants, and the Duncan Demons red jerseys, white numbers with black pants, or white pants with black stripes down either side. Chickasha wins the toss, and they will receive, and they will defend the south goal, as we have just absolutely perfect weather conditions here tonight at Duncan's Hightower, make that Halliburton Stadium. Hightower Stadium is in Altus, for crying out loud. We've got a big spirit line here for the Duncan Demons, stretching from the south end line all the way to the 40-yard line of the opposite side of the field. So the coin toss has been taken care of, and we are ready to rock and roll here just very shortly with tonight's district opener between the Chickasha Fighting Chicks and the Duncan Demons. Time to go ahead and check our starting lineups tonight, brought to you by the Chickasha Clinic Pharmacy. See Lacey or Lisa for all your prescriptions. Most insurance accepted at the Chickasha Clinic Pharmacy next to Southern Plains Medical Center. Since the Chicks are good on offense, we'll check their offensive starters first. Quarterback will be Jake Womack, the junior, again making just his 4th start ever at quarterback. Running backs tonight, the injured David Thibodeau, nursing that injured ankle. He's expected to start tonight, as is Larry Abram. Braden Blake's also one of the running backs we'll see in that flex bone offense. At receiver, we'll have seniors Jose Solano and Devin Pinkston. Along the offensive line, we have the center, Colin Stevens, a senior. The guards, James McElreath, a junior, and Damon Miller, a senior. The tackles, Jason Cash and Preston Phillips, both seniors. I think we've got John Mulder now. Howie, John, you down there in the field?
Gentlemen, it's a beautiful night down here in Duncan. The field looks great. Both teams heading into district play. It's an exciting weekend to kick off the high school district, and a lot of stuff happening with Major League Baseball and conference starting with the college ranks. But both teams undefeated as far as district play goes, and there's a lot of tough teams to battle in the district this year. Both trying to get one of those top 4 spots to make the postseason. Of course, that is the ultimate goal for the Fighting Chicks. They still have a lot of questions to answer, and it starts with not turning the ball over, controlling the ball, and punching that thing in early. I think if we can set the tone early and get a score early, hopefully keep it a low-scoring affair, that'll give Chickasha the advantage.
Have you had a chance to talk to Coach Jerry Don Bray or your brother Joe Mulder any about before the game tonight?
They both have. I've seen them down here. They both seem pretty focused on trying to execute. Maybe a bit nervous about kicking this thing off. Good nervous, but have not really had a chance to dig deep. But I'm gonna holler at them before we get started here. Maybe I can get a few clues as to what their game plan is.
Sounds great, John. Let's go ahead and check the Duncan defense. A 3-4 look. Howie, nose guard is a senior, John McGill, 6'1", 180. Defensive ends, Hunter Kelly, 6'1", 165 and a senior, and Nathan Clark, 6'2" and 195. So as Coach Bray said, not huge by any stretch of the imagination. At linebacker, we've got 3 seniors, Tyler Hicks, 5'8", 155, Connor Kennard, 6'3", 180, and Austin May, 5'10", 170. The other linebacker, we'll hear quite a bit from Dylan Seaberger, 5'9", 180. And in the secondary, we have 2 seniors, Aaron Haley and Colin Klingensmith. Haley, 5'10", 165. Klingensmith, 5'10", 175. And a couple of underclassmen at secondary, Justin Billingsley, 6'1", 160. And Colby Kirkland, 5'11", 165. He's a sophomore. By the way, you can watch the game on our website. Go to 1061theranch.com. We've got a little video portal. You can click on the sports tab and go to the sports in Chickasha, and you'll be able to watch the game. Also, you can listen to the game on Suddenlink Channel 3 on a homecoming Friday night here in Duncan, Oklahoma. Partly cloudy skies. Again, no wind, and our game time temperature is going to be right at 82 degrees. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to CHS Football on 106.1 The Ranch.
Chickasha's country music station, KWCO-FM, HD2 Chickasha, and translator K291BR Chickasha, 106.1 The Ranch.
George Plummer, Howie Jackson, John Mulder, Dennis Lynham, our videographer here at Duncan, and Bobby Maston, our engineer-producer, back at the 106.1 The Ranch Studios in downtown Chickasha. Again, a homecoming evening here in Duncan, so back-to-back homecoming games, Howie, since Chickasha had their homecoming last week.
It's nice to be the spoiler tonight for our young men out there on the field for sure. I know that's what they're thinking as they're getting ready to get this one kicked off. I got to spend just a few minutes with the team this morning before heading to work. They had the weekly football breakfast at Bible Baptist Church, and then First Baptist Church takes over on Game 6, and they feed them games 6 through 10, and just get to encourage the young men a little bit on a Friday morning, and they sure were excited and ready to go, and really glad they were out of school today.
David Thibodeau is back deep to receive along with Jose Solano. The kicker is Nathan Russian, a junior for the Duncan Demons, and your John Holt kickoff for the district opener here at Halliburton Stadium is just moments away as Rushing approached the ball from our left to right. And it's going to be a low kick, end over end, returnable, but it's going to bounce past Solano into the end zone for a touchback. So the Fighting Chicks will have it 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Left-footed kicker for the Duncan Demons, which you don't typically see a whole lot. I got some news from Sterling Claffin earlier tonight and spoke to his mom via text message, and she said he is going to play tonight. So that's good news. Spoke to Jose Solano this morning, said he's feeling good and ready to go. So we got some healthy guys. We got Ty Thompson back in there as well at number 54.
All right, under center is Jake Womack. 1st and 10 Chicks at their own 20-yard line. Braden Blakes splits to the right side. It's an empty backfield. Now a man in motion is Clayton Mosley. Toss sweep to Mosley to the right side. No running room there. Maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage. As the Duncan Demons, Aaron Haley credited with maybe a half a tackle there, so no gain for the Chicks on their opening play of district competition here at Halliburton Stadium. And the Chicks, as you know, go no huddle, and so they are quick to go. And again, it's going to be an empty backfield for Jake Womack as they check the plays. Jose Solano was split wide right. Trace Brantley, senior receiver, split to the near side in motion. Is going to be Larry Abram. He's to the right side, gets the block. Actually, it's a keeper by Womack, and he's going to get about 6 yards, John Mulder, over to the right side that time.
Yeah, pretty good-looking run. Jake didn't look like he was going to option that one off. It looked like it was a keeper the whole time. Got some pretty good blocking on the left side of the line and got a positive yardage. What is that, 5 or 6 yards, George?
About 6 yards out to the 26-yard line, so call it 3rd down and 4. And again, Womack looks to go for a quick snap, but they look to the sideline, and Duncan's going to really load up the line of scrimmage. There's 3 down linemen, but 2 linebackers coming up, or quarterbacks on the edge. 3rd and 4, Abram in motion. There's going to be a flag as they hand off to Braden Blakes, and it's going to be a false start against the Fighting Chicks.
Yeah, they hate to see that, shooting themselves in the foot, going backwards and taking away what they just gained with the quarterback keeper. And Duncan has 10 guys within 3 yards of the line of scrimmage, so they're stacking the box. They're definitely not expecting Chickasha to pass, and I love what they did last week with some little bit of that play action on 1st down, and look for them to do some of that after they pick up this first.
After the 5-yard penalty, it is now 3rd and 9 for the Chicks back at their own 21-yard line, going from our right to left or south to north as we see it from Stevens County. 10:34 left in the opening quarter, and Chickasha in their opening drive, no score. Womack going under center. Braden Blake's behind him. There's the snap. They fake the handoff to Blake. There they tossed it to Mosley, jockeying for position. He's going to be dropped after just getting back to the line of scrimmage, so it's going to be 4th down, and the Chicks will have to punt.
Yeah, I hate to see that when Sterling Claffin's coming out on the field to attempt this punt, and he's hoping he gets some better snaps and a little better kicks than he got in that last game at home last week, as the kicking game suffered a little bit with a block punt and then giving up a punt return, and just everything went wrong for the kicking game last week.
Aaron Haley back deep about inside his 40-yard line. A good snap to Claffin, a high, short kick. Lots of hang time there. It's going to take a good Chickasha bounce inside the 45-yard line. The Chicks will down at about the 43. So that's about a 36-yard punt, no return. And with 9:44 to go, opening quarter, we are scoreless here as the Fighting Chicks are on the road at the Duncan Demons tonight. The Duncan offense, as we mentioned, a new quarterback, Luke Ring, a senior, 6 foot 205. Running backs, Dylan Seaberger, 5'9", 180, and a junior. Trenton Bell, 6'1", 190, and a sophomore. Receivers, Aaron Haley and Colin Klingensmith will give you the offensive line momentarily. As Luke Ring will be back in the shotgun, 2 receivers left. It's a 4-man front for the Chicks. First down, snap is way high, but it's pulled down by Luke Ring, trying to find some running room and gets a couple of yards after about the 45, and a late flag comes in. So
yeah, late hit on the quarterback. He's down, and that was just a bad move right there by the Fighting Chicks, just getting excited, trying to get a lick in on the quarterback, and he was already down on the ground. Preston Phillips ran right by the quarterback on that play as the Chickasha Chicks got some pressure. It was a bad snap from the center, and the quarterback did everything he could to grab that one down, and we'll have a 15-yard automatic first down penalty here.
So flag on the field, and there's laundry down, so take your dirty laundry to Nana Sue's Laundromat, open 7 days a week with heavy-duty washers and dryers, an automatic door for your convenience, and vending machines on site. Nana Sue's Laundromat, Chickasha at 3rd and Dakota. So the Demons get their initial first down off a Chickasha penalty, and it moves the ball down to the Chick 39-yard line where it's 1st and 10 Demons. No score. Chicks went 3 and out of their opening series. And now the Duncan Demons have it after a short gain on first down on the run by Luke Ring. And now 1st and 10 with Ring back in the shotgun. Man in motion left to right. There's the handoff to the tailback to the right side. Cuts inside to the 35. And good blocking down to about the 31-yard line. Looks like Braden Russell in on the tackle for CHS. Going to be a gain of about 8 down to the 32-yard line. Make it 7, so it's going to be 2nd down and 3 from there.
Yeah, I got a couple of numbers backwards there. We got some kids wearing some different jerseys. 50 tonight is Preston Phillips.
All right. There's Ring. Fades to the right now. Now wants to run. He's going to be hit right as he gets to the line of scrimmage and driven out of bounds by David Thibodeau. And John said there's a flag down. What do you see, John?
Looks like there was some holding by the receiver down here. Jake's pretty happy about that, so hopefully it's going to go against the Demons.
Let's check the rest of the Duncan offense. The line is Jordan Lilly, the center, 6'190" and a senior. The guards are J.W. Morrow, 6'3", 255 and a junior. J.W. stands for John Wayne. The other guard, Jonathan Gomez, 5'11", 285 and a senior. Tackles are Charles Ajarapu. I knew I'd going to get that wrong. Ajarapu, 5'10", 190 and a junior. And Hayden Moore, 6'3", 280 and a senior. And the tight end is Nathan Clark, 6'2", 195 and a senior. The penalty is going to move the ball all the way back to the Chickasha 45-yard line. It will still be 2nd down. They've got to get to the 29-yard line for the first down, so we'll call it 2nd down at about 15. The Chickasha defense includes nose guard Damon Miller, a senior, Preston Phillips, and Colin Stevens also along the defensive line, also seniors. We'll get to the others after this. 2nd down, 15 for the Demons, going from our left to right. The handoff to the tailback goes right up the middle, and a Chickasha helmet comes off. It looks like Clayton Mosley gets credit with the tackle, but they stop the run as they try to go right up the middle. Damon Miller also helping out on the tackle for CHS. Gain of about 1 to the Chickasha 44-yard line, 3rd and 14.
Yeah, good-looking job there by the Chickasha defense, holding them to 1 yard right there. A couple of Chicks in there on the tackle, and that's what you want to see, hats flying to the ball.
Trenton Bell, the running back there. 3rd and long for the Duncan Demons. Back from the shotgunner's ring. Chicks rush, get some pressure. He steps up in the pocket. Now he's got a flush. He's got a scramble, and he's going to be dropped back for a loss. Back at about the 48-yard line, T.J. Wicks comes in with a tackle along with Braden Blakes. Covering sack there for the Chicks.
Yeah, Braden Blakes got the initial pressure and made the quarterback kind of get out of his comfort zone. Forced him right into the waiting arms of T.J. Wicks, and they dropped the quarterback for a loss. Great job here by the Fighting Chick defense. You know, you see the 15-yard penalty to start the drive off with, and you think, oh, no, here they go. And Fighting Chicks did a good job to hold the Demons, get them off the field.
Back in punt formation is David Thibodeau. Punting for the Demons, Grant brought a sophomore. A low snap, and he digs it out. A good kick, and Thibodeau fields it on the run. Now he bobbles it. The ball is loose. I think the Chicks fall on it. John said we got it, but Thibodeau kind of fumbled the snap a little bit, but fortunately for the Chicks, they recover, and they will have it 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Yeah, John, it looked like he tried to take off running right there before he even had the kick secured.
Yeah, you know, and that's one of those things that he hasn't had the first few games to get that experience. Still a little bit nervous trying to get his footing underneath him, but he's going to be a factor in this game.
Chicks have it. We are scoreless with 7:17 to go in the opening quarter, and each team has had a possession. Womack going under center with an empty backfield. Solano split wide right, and Trace Brantley wide to the near side. Again, the Chicks, they go to the line of scrimmage right away, but they spend a lot of time working out the play. There's a quick handoff right up the middle, and Duncan stops it for little or no gain. And that's going to be Braden Russell on the carry. They're going to give him a good spot. Yep. John and Howie out to about the 21-yard line. Call it 2nd and 8.
Yeah, going fast again.
And we're going to have some motion on the Chickasha offensive line. The left side of the line moved a little bit early before the snap, so we're going to have a false start against the Chicks, their second penalty.
Yeah, and that's why we didn't talk when they came up to the line earlier, because
they'll
come up to the line and then they'll go on one, and if you try to think of something else to say, the play's already gone and we've missed it. So trying to get all the action in for you that are listening and watching at home.
All right, back to the 17-yard line, so 2nd and 13 from there. Russell behind Womack under center. Here's the option play. And Womack cuts it upfield and gets maybe a yard or two back to the original line of scrimmage to the 19-yard line. So it's going to be 3rd down and about 11 from there, but no running room over the right side there for Jake Womack.
Yeah, it is just that one didn't look good from the start. We're in 3rd and long here, and you know the Chicks don't want to be in 3rd and 11, so interesting to see what the coaches dial up here for long yardage.
Russell right behind Womack, who is under center. That's Colin Stevens. Man in motion, left to right is Abram. Rolls to his right. Womack's going to throw. Pump fake downfield. It's going to be caught by Solano for the 1st down at about the 38-yard line. Stepped in front of the receiver, did Solano, and the Chicks pick up the 1st down.
That's exactly what I was wanting them to do on 1st down, is that they do that QB waggle, and it's an option pass. They fake the option, and then Jake comes back and sets up nice and drops one downfield for a nice gain.
1st and 10, Chicks at their own 37-yard line. Going on a quick snap. It's a running play to Braden Blakes over the right side. Maybe gets about 3 out to the 40-yard line. John, what'd you see on that pass play?
Well, that was a great comeback for Solano there. The ball was thrown about 5 yards behind him. He made the adjustment, came back. The DB knew he got beat, and he gave him a little extra chin music afterwards. But nice play by Solano on that play.
Ball on the far side hash. 2nd and 7. I thought we had 2 men in motion. We do have a flag in, so this one is going to come back. As Mosley was in motion. Boy, we had a late hit. We've got a late hit coming in on Clayton Mosley. Clayton Mosley got the late hit from the Duncan linebacker, Dylan Seaberger. So we're going to have
the most unfortunate of all things, offsetting penalties, do-overs. So if you're in the sandlot, and this is basically a do-over play, but you have and this is what I don't get, John. You probably feel me on this one, a 5-yard and a 15-yard, and they're probably going to offset.
Yeah, we'll take what we can get there. The coaches, Coach Mulder's using it to his advantage, trying to fire up at his troops over here. But it's not a very smart play by the Duncan defense right there. Clearly, you had offsides by Chickasha. You're gonna get them moved back a little bit, and then well after the play is over, he gave a nice little takedown. Unfortunately, we're in football, not wrestling, and it was well after the play was done.
We actually, they're going to go ahead and mark off both penalties because
the
personal foul was a dead ball foul.
Okay,
so the Chick should
they just stepped the 5-yard, and then now they're going to do the 15, and a personal foul should be an automatic 1st down.
Well, that makes sense.
And that'll move the Chicks out near midfield on the penalty. It is going to be 1st down CHS.
Here we go.
You can tell the coaching staff really pumped up there on the sideline. So the Chicks have it 1st and 10 at midfield. No score with 5:38 to go first quarter. Chicks second possession of the evening. They were 3 and out of their opening possession. Womack under center with Braden Blakes to his left. Man in motion is Abrams. Quick pass by Mosley. Going to be intercepted at the 40-yard line. Taking it down the far sideline is Aaron Haley, and he is to the 5, and he's got to score. No, he's stumbles at the 1-yard line.
He went to dive into the end zone and landed a yard and a half short. I feel so sorry for Jake on that one because that was a somebody.
It was a busted play by the receiver.
Busted play by the receiver.
Should have been a go route. Solano didn't get his hand. He ran an in route, and that's easy pickings for the defense.
Yeah.
Just what we did not want to happen. A turnover. This time it's in the air, but Chick's got to find a way to keep him out of the end zone and turn it around.
A 59-yard interception return for Aaron Haley will give the Duncan Demons 1st and goal at the Chick 1-yard line with 5:16 to go. And here is Luke Ring from the shotgun, hands it off to the running back, which is Trenton Bell, and there's going to be a false start against the Duncan Demons. A lot of flags here in the early going. That'll move it back to about the 6-yard. That's offsides Chickasha, excuse me. Offsides Chicks. So that'll be half the distance to the goal. It'll still be 1st and goal from about the half-yard line now.
I thought it was going to be a false start on Duncan, so that was my signal to George on that one. And man, half the distance to the goal here, and just that much closer. But they got to, like John said, you got to step up right here and force them on a 3 and out, hold them to the field goal.
Got to have a goal line stance again. It's a high snap to Ring. Bell gets it. He's hit in the backfield and dropped for a loss. Clayton Mosley with the tackle for a loss, back to about the 5-yard line.
Tackled there by Devin Pinkston. And Duncan's awful chippy down there, I'm noticing, John Mulder.
Howie, you're seeing the same thing I am, and hopefully the Chicks can use that to their advantage. It's played between the lines, and let the other team run their mouth as long as you can back it up on the field.
2nd and goal, Duncan from the 5-yard line. Here's Ring on the keeper over to the right side, gets the block, but he's hit. On the right side, I believe it's Abram that got the hit, and then Clayton Mosley comes in, and Brandon Russell too, but it's going to be about a 4-yard run by Luke Ring down to about the 2-yard line, but it's going to be 3rd down and goal after the Demons had 1st and goal at the 1 after that 59-yard interception returned by Aaron Haley. He tackled himself inside the 5-yard line and fell down at the 1. 4:15 to go, first quarter, no score. Duncan trying to take advantage of the turnover. Ball on the near side hash. They fake the handoff to Bell. Under pressure is the quarterback. He gets a pass away intended for Nathan Clark, but it's incomplete. Jake Womack on the stop. And it's 4th down.
Jake Womack did everything he was supposed to do there. He came on a linebacker blitz and got the quarterback flushed out of the pocket. And the Fighting Chicks have done everything we asked them to do. We asked them to get a goal line stand, and here comes the field goal kicker. John Mulder, what do you think about that?
Well, I like it. I see a lot of gold hats flying around out there, and that's Chickasha defense right there. We haven't seen it in a while, but, man, they brought it on that drive.
Ball is going to be spotted at the 9-yard line, so it's a 19-yard field goal attempt for Nathan Russian on 4th and goal from the 2. High snap. They get the ball down. The kick is away, and the kick is good. 4:03 to go, opening quarter. Duncan strikes first. They lead the Chicks 3-0. You're listening to high school football on 106.1 The Ranch.
From burgers and breakfast to chicken and ice cream, your Chickasha Sonic Drive-In has what you want when you want it. From the regular Sonic Burger to the Supersonic Bacon Double Cheeseburger and the Chili Cheese Little Doggy to the foot-long Chili Cheese Dog. From a Route 44 Coca-Cola to the Kevin Durant Candy Slushes and a simple sundae to the Chillin' Sonic Blast, Sonic has you covered. Still with half-price soft drinks during happy hour every day from 2 to 4. This is how you Sonic.
There's something new in the local banking industry. It's the Community Bank of Oklahoma, which now serves the Chickasha, Verdon, and Newcastle areas. While the name is new, the bank's operated by your friends and neighbors whose families live here. They support local schools, sports, and ag programs, along with projects and activities that benefit their communities. Featuring a full line of banking services, Community Bank of Oklahoma provides competitive rates and unequaled service. Looking forward to being part of a thriving community. Community Bank of Oklahoma, member FDIC.
CHS Football on 106.1 The Ranch, a presentation of Dr. Pepper, the Millette Hunter Insurance Agency, and State Representative David Perriman. That's an interesting drive for the Duncan Demons. 3 plays, -1 yard, and they have to settle for a 19-yard field goal by Nathan Russian. The drive took 1 minute and 13 seconds off the clock, and the Demons lead it by a score of 3-0. Now Russian on for the John Holt kickoff from our left to right. Again, no wind at all here at Halliburton Stadium in Duncan on a homecoming night for the Demons, and a good Chickasha crowd made the trip. Russian approaches the ball. The John Holt kickoff is going to be returnable to Jose Solano, taken at the 10-yard line, bobbles it, picks it up at the 15, hit from there and driven back. So the Chicks are having some difficulty with the return game, but at least Solano recovered his muff to return, and the Chicks will have it 1st and 10 at about their 14-yard line.
Yeah, those kicks are a little bit hard to field. They're that end-over-end spinner that you hate to see when you're a grade school kid out there in the schoolyard, and they're having to run up to get them, and they don't want to have that thing sail over their heads. So they're playing back a little bit as they come to the line here with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Third time for the Chicks to have the football. Womack under center, man in motion right to left. They give it to the first guy through, and Brandon Russell, thank you, John.
Braden Blake, excuse me.
You're right, Braden Blake's, but it gets about 6 yards out to the 20-yard line. Didn't look like there was much room there, John, but he made it happen.
Yeah, he's battling tough in there, keeping those feet moving and getting everything that they'll give him. He's playing tough on both sides of the ball.
2nd and 4, Chicks at their own 20-yard line, going from our right to left, man in motion. And they give it to the first back through again, and I think that's Braden Blake's once again, and maybe a half a yard out to the 20.5-yard line. So the Chicks will have it 3rd and about 4 with about 3:20 to go here in this opening quarter of play.
Brought down on that by Austin May for the Duncan Demons, and Chicks now in 3rd and manageable. This is a 3rd down and 3 for them.
Man in motion is going to be Thibodeau. Now he stops. Chicks will reset with 10 seconds to go on the play clock. Womack giving instructions to the running back. Now 5 seconds on the play clock. They're going to give it to the first guy through. He's got the first down. Braden Blakes explodes over the right side and picks up about 9 yards out to the 30-yard line, Howie.
Man, they've seen something there with the first guy through, and Braden Blakes has taken full advantage of it, hitting the gas pedal as soon as he gets the ball. And that first play from scrimmage they had on that first down play didn't look like it was going to be anything. He squirts out for a 6-yard gain. Same thing on this third down play. He squirts out and just don't think there's anything there, and he makes something out of nothing.
Consecutive third down conversions for the Chicks. First and 10 at their own 31-yard line. Thibodeau in motion right to left. Womack, he's going to throw deep. He's
got a man.
And it's over for just misses the intended receiver, Jose Solano. Solano beat his defender, but the pass was too far for Jose.
I love it because you got to keep them honest. They had 10 guys in the box 2 yards from the line of scrimmage earlier in the game, and when you throw the ball deep like that, and that defensive back is going to remember, I got burnt just a little while ago, he's going to stay back on his heels. Look, they don't have 10 guys in the box now. They're backed up just a little bit.
Chicks trail 3-0 with 2:28 to go on the first. They have it second and 10 from their own 30-yard line. They go right up the middle. I think it's a keeper by Womack, and he's going to pick up maybe a couple of yards out to the 33-yard line. Chicks moving from their 14 out to the 33 right now. And again, the Chicks will not huddle. They will send Trace Brantley over to the sideline to get the play. Now we'll set up at receiver on the far side. That's the short side of the field, the Chickasha side of the field, as we roll under 2 minutes in the first quarter. Very fast-moving first period. Chicks trail 3-0. Third and long for the Chicks. Abram in motion right to left. There's a toss, and Abram lost a handle on it. The ball is loose. They're going to call it a forward pass.
That's a good call. It was definitely a forward pass, and I think they're trying to do a little bit of that on purpose in a situation like that where it's kind of mishandled. Then it's not a fumble. It's just an incomplete pass, and Chicks have to bring out the punting unit here. 4th down and 7 on that one. You hate to see them end with in the drive right there, but they got to live to fight another day.
And just not a clean toss, John. All right, it's 4th and 6 for the Chicks. And back to punt is Sterling Clafford with 1:48 to go. From our right to left, a good snap back to Sterling. And it's going to be a high kick. Not returnable, though. It's going to take a Chick bounce. It's going to hit one of the Duncan or the Chickasha downfield guys. That's Devin Pinkston, who got down there very quickly on the kickoff. And no return for the Duncan Demons, and they will have it for the third time in the ball game. So the Chicks run a little over 2.5 minutes off the clock, and they pick up about 19 yards before they've got to kick it away. And the Duncan Demons will have it at their own 29-yard line.
I'd like to see what the Chickasha defense can do, John, here in positive yardage for the defensive situation.
It's time for a turnover, Howie. We need to get one right here.
Luke Ring back at the shotgun, trips left, looks that way, throws screen pass, going to be complete. They got to the 30, 35, 40 first down, and on the tackle, Devin Pinkston, but a big reception over there for Luke Ring.
Connor Kennard was the receiver on that, and he's a big guy over here. I don't know if he's there, but he's looks like to be about 6 foot tall and just built like a brick house. He's a pretty physical player.
6'3", 180 to be exact. 12 yards on the play. So 1st and 10 from the Duncan 41-yard line. Again, a high snap for Ring. This time the pass comes to the near side. They get a block again. And into Chickasha territory to about the 46-yard line. Again, that's the Kennard on the reception and Brandon Russell on the tackle. But the ball moves from the Duncan 46 to the Chickasha 47-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down and 3. Under a minute to go in the quarter. Again, a high snap back to Ring. Now he's going to run with it. He's got the first down to the 40, 35. Breaks free. He's got some speed and nothing but green grass in front of him. A 47-yard touchdown run for Luke Ring.
Oh, that just looked bad from all sides. The Chickasha defense had guys running past the quarterback, taking bad angles, and that's what I saw from up here, John. What did you see from down there?
Yeah, Howie, you're exactly right. I mean, they've been playing tough most of the night, but that's what happens. You can't take a play off. A team like this that's used to putting up a lot of points will exploit you. That's what happened on that play.
They go 71 yards in just under a minute to take a 9-0 lead, and the PAT attempt is good for Nathan Russian. 47 seconds to go in the first quarter. Duncan opens up a 10-0 lead on the Fightin' Chicks. You're listening to the Fightin' Chicks on 106.
John Holt and Chickasha. He's got Cadillacs and Chevrolets.
September is a great month for great savings on trucks at John Holt Chevrolet in Chickasha. September is Chevy Truck Month, and it's the perfect time for you to take advantage of fantastic savings. Get 60 months at 0% interest plus $4,000 cash back. There is no reason to prejudge your credit because John Holt Chevrolet has easy financing options available. With so much variety and inventory to choose from and the great savings at Chevy Truck Month at John Holt Chevrolet, you'll find the hardest thing to do is pick your favorite color. Save during Chevy Truck Month at John Holt Chevrolet off H.E. Bailey on Highway 81 in Chickasha.
John Holt in Chickasha. He's got Cadillacs and Chevrolets.
Fighting Chick football on 106.1 The Ranch, a presentation of Southern Plains Medical Center, Community Bank of Oklahoma, and Small Engine Service. Duncan Demons take a 10-0 lead. Luke Ring on the first two plays on this drive went left and left-right both times in the pass game, both to Connor Kennard, and then Ring on the quarterback keeper, the option play, and he goes to the house 47 yards. Nathan rushing on for the John Holt kickoff for the third time in this ball game.
Chickasha needs to get something going here, whether it's a kick return or maintain a drive.
Let's see if they can. Now we've got flag down. This may be a delay of game. I don't know. John, what do you think?
Your guess is as good as
mine. They got 12 guys on the field.
Your officiating crew tonight, your referee is Kevin Aiken. Umpire is Scott Finley. Head linesman Randall Ross. Line judge Mark Clark. And the back judges Ian Thompson. Illegal substitution. So you called it there, Howie. 5-yard penalty back to the 35-yard line.
Got to have something there. We'll take what we can get. Give us 5 free yards. We'll take it. Jose Solano scoots up a little bit, and back there with him is David Thibodeau. See if one of these guys can get something going here.
Let's handle the kickoff this time, fellas. And Russian, no G on the end. Returnable, this to Thibodeau at the 14-yard line. Good clean field to the 20, 25, 30, and brought down there.
Good-looking field position here for the Fighting Chicks. Got it out to the 32-yard line. We got a chick down, getting up a little bit slow.
Nice return there by Thibodeau out to about the 34-yard line. We've got an injury timeout brought to you by Chris Ledwell at Ledwell Chiropractic Clinic. If you're hurt playing sports or suffer a work-related injury, see Dr. Ledwell at his chiropractic clinic, now featuring Advocare products and also providing B12 and other injections. Ledwell Chiropractic and Sports Rehab in Chickasha's Crystal Grand Plaza at 12th and Grand. Can't see who the injured player is from here. John, do you know?
It's number one down there. You're asking me about the injured player?
Yeah,
George?
Larry Abram.
Larry
He's up.
Abrams. Yeah, and he's quietly been a factor for the Chicks.
Yes.
Hasn't got as many carries since they've had.
Chickasha Realty, matching quality people with quality homes. Here's a beautiful 3-bedroom home at 802 South 12th. There's an above-ground pool, a putting green, and 3 baths. It's priced at $184,500. Or see this adorable
Thibodeau, but he is seeing some action tonight and actually had a good return right there. And we thought Sterling Claffin would not play, but he's been in there battling that knee injury.
For more on these and other great properties, call Chickasha Realty, 224-4298.
New in the local banking industry, it's the Community Bank of Oklahoma, which now serves the Chickasha, Verdon, and Newcastle areas. While the name is new, the bank's operated by your friends and neighbors.
802 South 12. There's an above-ground pool, a putting green, and...
Initially, they did recover.
Like Clayton Mosley fell on top of that one from the get-go. He did a good job of helping to scoop up the junk down there and live to fight another day. Second down to 15 now for the Fighting Chicks, digging a little bit of a hole here on this series.
Another bad exchange there, so it backs them up to about the 27-yard line. Chicks down 10-0. And the clock running with 10 seconds remaining here in the first quarter of play. Womack scans the defense under center now. And the handoff to the first guy through, battling for yardage, and maybe out to the 28-yard line, a gain of 1. That'll be the end of the first quarter. Duncan 10, Chickasha nothing. You're listening to the Fighting Chicks on 106.
Chickasha Lumber Company, the place with the knowledge and respected brands you've come to trust. Our industry pros are trained to see you through from estimating your project to sale, delivery, and even financing. Plus name brands you've used forever like Larson Doors, DeWalt Tools, Malarkey Shingles, and Crestmark Windows. Neighbors you can rely on and name brands you know and trust. See us today at Chickasha Lumber Company, where service makes the difference.
Third and long.
Larry Abrams back in there. Good to see him back in.
He was injured just a moment ago. Abrams in motion. They toss it to Abrams in the backfield to the 25 and gets back to maybe the 29-yard line. So the Chicks never do get back to the line of scrimmage, the original line of scrimmage. So it's going to be fourth down, and the Chicks forced into a punting situation.
Yeah.
And this is rushing for the PAT attempt to the north goal this time, and he's inside the right upright. 11:08 to go before halftime. Duncan extends their lead 17-0. Pooch kick this time, taken at the 26-yard line, out to the 40, a 30-yard line, out to about the 35, and that's Christian Boardwine, one of the upbacks, getting a return there. The Duncan Demons take advantage of the bad snap on the punt. They go 4 yards in one play. 4-yard touchdown run by Trenton Bell to take a 17-0 lead. Duncan only has 78 yards of total offense, guys.
They've got 2 drives that started. They got one that started at the 4-yard line and one that started at the 1. And when you hand them the ball like that, it's tough to overcome that hill.
Fighting Chicks have 50 yards of offense. Let's see if they can get something going here on their own 33-yard line. First guy through gets it, and maybe about a yard out to the 35-yard line. 2nd and 9 from there. That Chickasha Southmore softball game, my friends, we will webcast that game, video and audio, on our website. That's Monday, October 5th. 2nd and 9 Chicks from their own 35-yard line, going from our left to right. Womack distributing the play from the sideline. 4-man front for the Duncan Demons. Womack gives it to the first guy through. That's Braden Blakes. Out to about the 43. I've got my yard lines mixed up. Out to the 38-yard line. I'm 5 yards off. So it's going to be 3rd down and about 5 for CHS. Needing to get a sustained drive here. They've only had one drive where they've picked up multiple first downs. And that was right before the Jake Womack interception that was returned to the Chick 1-yard line. So 3rd and 5 here from the 38-yard line. Man in motion, left to right. Ball comes out. There's the toss. And that is the Thibodeau. He's to the 40, gets a block to the 45, out to the 50-yard line. So a broken play, but David Thibodeau comes through with a big play there and gives the Chicks a first down at midfield.
John, that's probably the easiest first down we're going to see all night.
Yeah, and we've had a little bit of trouble with the center QB exchange. Jake is clutching his left hand. It looked like he dinged it on defense a little bit. But hats off to Thibodeau and to the blockers out there, making something out of nothing on that play.
Thibodeau, just a sophomore. So 1st and 10, Chicks at midfield, down 17-0. Abram in motion left to right on the option play. Womack looking for his running one, gets a block. He's to the 40, down to the 35, still going down to the 30-yard line. Jake Womack, about a 20-yard run, 1st down.
That's a good-looking play. That's what you want to fire up your sideline over there, and that's just keeping it. And he was stringing that out, and he had a back over there with him going the whole way. Speaking of the youth, there, George Jake's a junior, and Larry Abram is a sophomore as well. So we've got these guys for another couple of years.
19-yard run for Womack. 1st and 10 at the Duncan 31-yard line. Blakes gets it, and he's hit immediately and driven backwards. So no gain there on the tackle for the Duncan Demons. Cole Hennessy, 6'2", 255, and a senior.
That's I was going to say that's got to be number 52.
Yeah,
that guy's pretty good size down there. He is a football playing young man.
2nd down, 10. Chicks down 17-0. Under 9 minutes to go in the half. Womack with the call, and we've got
a little bit of a false start over here on the right side of the line, trying to get going, and that'll move them back 5 yards. Now what they've got to do is they've got to stay in the mindset of let's go and let's get this done. I've seen them so far in this first quarter. They get a little bit of adversity, and they kind of get all over themselves, and they need to kind of keep their heads up and just dig it out and get down here and pick up some positive yardage into a third and manageable situation.
It is 2nd and 15 from the Duncan 36-yard line. Chicks trying to get on the scoreboard here. Man in motion is Thibodeau. Back to pass is Womack's got some time. He's going to throw. It's going to be short, though. It's going to be intercepted by Colin Klingensmith. And he's back to the 25, 30, 35 to the far sideline. 45 and 50. He's got a blocker. Cuts back inside of the 40, 35, 30, 20. And he's going to score.
That's a pass that we can't throw. He throws that down into four guys, does Jake Womack on that one. They're doing everything they can to tackle the guy with the interception, but just didn't have enough gas to spread it out. Credit Duncan, though, for playing some heads-up defense, and that young man was just playing center field back there and just took care of the business for the Duncan Demons as they take that one to the house on the interception return for a touchdown. And, John, that's just one where you've got to just hang on to that one. You either take the sack or you throw that one to the sidelines.
Yeah, there's not been too many times where Jake hasn't been under pressure, but that was a coverage all the way. I mean, you guys saw it up there. Looks like they're going to kick the extra point and it's good. And, that's one you got to keep. You got to throw away. You got to tuck it. You got to do something with it. You can't throw it into four defenders right there.
So the Demons get that 85-yard interception return for a touchdown by Colin Klingensmith, and Nathan Russian's point after attempt is good. With 8:09 to go in this second quarter of play, it is all Duncan. Two great defensive plays, some special teams work there, taking advantage of a bad snap on a punt attempt, and they are in business here. The Duncan Demons lead now 24-0 in this district opener. Hey, we're back home next Friday night. The Duncan Demons entertain the Ardmore Tigers at Memorial Stadium. We'll have a 7 o'clock kickoff next Friday evening, so we'll be on the air with our pregame coverage at 6:30 and a kickoff at 7 o'clock. Congratulations to the Lady Chick cheerleaders. They are state qualifiers, Howie and John, and they will be going to Stillwater tomorrow for the 5A State Cheerleading Championship.
Hi, Joe McIntosh, waking you up weekday mornings from 6 to 10. We've got your classic country legends and the latest from Luke Bryan and Florida Georgia Line on Chickasha Country, 106.1 The Ranch.
Kicks it through the uprights for the PAT. 7:15 to go on that. Duncan still leads the Chicks 24-7. You're listening to CHS Football on 106.1 The Ranch.
You know texting and driving is dangerous. That's not new information. Yet most people admit to doing it anyway. Drivers are 23 times more likely to be involved in a car accident while texting. Millette Hunter Insurance wants you to know the facts and wait to text. The danger is real, and it applies to you.
The Millette Hunter Insurance Agency. See us at 5th in Minnesota or MHII.com. Call 224-5404. Millette Hunter Insurance, committed to legendary service.
Oh my gosh, ladies. Look at her shirt. It is so cute. I like cute shirts and I cannot lie. You other girls can't deny when a girl walks in with a real cute
Ladies,
shirt.
yeah.
Ladies,
Yeah.
Want to rock cute shirts?
Oh, yeah.
Rock that. Rock that. Rock that Wing Tee shirt. We got you back at Wing Tees, 802 West Chickasha Avenue.
CHS Football on 106.1 The Ranch, a presentation of Jake's Rib. Chickasha, we're looking for an Anadarko Elk City score. For you folks that might be tuning in and checking some other scores, that's a top 10 matchup of Class 4A teams. So the Chicks go 60 yards in 2 plays. 54 seconds is all it took for Brendan Russell to find pay dirt from 50 yards out, 58 yards out. And here's the John Holt kickoff from Sterling Claffin. A low kick takes a bounce to about the 3-yard line, bobbled by the Duncan return man, picks it up to the 15, and just past the 15-yard line where the Chicks have good downfield coverage. And it looks like Larry Abram on the tackle. So, John, talk about that nice touchdown run there by Brandon Russell.
Yeah, they, again, loading up the box. They kind of hitting that a little bit to bring some guys in. I think we fell victims to them bringing up their DDs and then dropping back in the pass coverage. I don't know if Jake recognized that or not. But that's what happens. They loaded everybody up. We've had a hard time when we give a handoff to Blake. He's getting contact. But Brandon Russell was able to use his speed, get past that first line of defense, and then it was out the gate. He showed his speed on that. He's got some pretty good quickness.
First and 10 from the Duncan 18-yard line. Demons lead at 24-7. Luke Ring with the option play keeps it out to the 20 and falls forward to about the 24-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 6. Clayton Mosley, I think, helping on the tackle. We've got a score from Anadarko. Home opener for the Warriors. They lead Elk City 7-0. The unbeaten Tuttle Tigers winning 15-3 in their district opener at Tecumseh tonight.
Duncan comes to the line here with 2 wide to the near side of the field.
And Trenton Bell to the left side of Luke Ring. Pass play. It's going to be incomplete. The pass was short, intended for Colin Klingensmith. Braden Blake's defending. It's going to be third down.
Got to hold him right here and get him off the field. Get the Chickasha offense back on track and look to see the defense tighten up. Try to shut down anything. They've been running that quarterback option pretty successful against them. Look for them to key on the quarterback on this one.
Chicks, the defense hope to keep a little momentum going. Here's the snap. Ring back to pass. He's going to throw short. It's going to be complete for the first down to Klingensmith. Spins out of a tackle, but they slow him down enough. Braden Blake slowed him down enough to keep from going upfield. And let's see, who finished off the tackle there?
Like Clayton Mosley over there, and also looks like Devin Pinkston. That was a tough assignment over there for Braden Blakes. He had the receiver that caught the ball right there, just in a little pocket in the zone, but then they flexed out the running back out of the backfield into a 5 wide, and so if he would have covered that guy, the running back would have been wide open.
Gain of 10 and first and 10. There's a screen pass at the far side, and complete for about 5 or 6 yards. The receiver made the first guy miss.
Braden Blake's over there on the tackle on that one, fighting through a block to get over there and help out on that one. And that's some tough stuff over there when they've got the screenplay set up. And starting to see that quite a bit in the college ranks as now they go with 4 wide.
Gain of about 8 at his second and 2. Going no huddle. Here is Ring to the handoff to Bell. He's stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain there. Nice attack there by the defensive line there. Justin Veach, the junior, getting some credit there on the tackle. Jason Cash in there, too.
Third down again. You got to get the defense switched over to offense and hang tough right here as they go with 4 wide with one back in the shotgun.
Going from our right to left. Ring in the pocket, looks left, looks right, scrambles. He's going to get the first down. He's to the midfield stripe and is spun down as he gets to the Chickasha side of the field to about the 46-yard line. So a nice run there by Luke Ring, and they keep the momentum going here. They pick up a couple of first downs, moving now from their 18 now to the Chick 46-yard line. That is about an 11-yard carry.
Got to respect that quarterback, though, because you can't just go straight after him and rush him because he's going to dump it off. Because they had 4 or 5 guys out in the route on that last play. So you can't just go right after him. You have to kind of hold contain, and he picked up the first down.
First and 10 from the Chick 46-yard line. Here is a Ring on the option once again. This time the Chicks have him, John Boulder.
That's a great looking play. We want to see him on the running the ball more than we do throwing it. I don't know if you guys saw from up there, but he has got a cannon. You get him a receiver open in that window, he doesn't need very long to whip that ball out there.
Damon Miller credited for the sack, a 1-yard loss to the 47. Call it second down 11 with 4:34 to go before halftime. And Duncan leading 24-7. This time they give it to Bell. He gets a block to the Chick 40, 35, breaking tackles to the 30, dragging a tackler with him, breaks free to the 20. What an exciting run there for Trenton Bell, but he drug Larry Abram for about 10 yards, guys.
Larry Abram is outmatched on that one, and he hung on just to hold him up just long enough. That's awesome effort there by the young sophomore, bringing some man-like physicality, hanging on for dear life. And Larry's not that big of a guy. He's about 150, 160 pounds, and that running back from Duncan is definitely more than that.
Probably outweighs him by 30 pounds. First and 10 from the 13-yard line. Here is Ring over the right side. He's going to pick up yardage inside the 10-yard line to about the 7. So the Duncan Demons with their best sustained drive of the evening. Now from their 18 down to the Chickasha 7-yard line. They have all 3 of their timeouts remaining. And the ball is down now at the 6-yard line, where it's going to be second. Is it at the 6? Yeah, second down and about 6 from the 7-yard line, I guess is where that is. From the shotgun, Ring. Lots of time, scrambles, throws. It's going to be complete. A flag is in. That could be interference by the Chicks, John. Maybe?
It was right here in front of me. The ball looks like it's going to be on the 1, but I don't know about that. He was in the end zone here. I don't know what the flag is going to be.
They got a flag in the backfield. That might be holding.
All right, so I saw the flag in the defensive backfield. There's the hold against the Duncan Demons.
That one was thrown by the referee. Typically, if he's throwing one, it's going to be an offensive holding. And that running back from I was just curious. He is 6'1", 192 pounds. That young man from Duncan, that's at running back, and he is a sophomore.
Wow.
Guys down here on the field, the receivers and the running backs, they are playing very physical. They looked like you mentioned. They look good in a uniform. The big linemen, they're not quite as physical, but Chickasha has got to match that intensity and take it right to them.
Second down and long here. Ring back to pass. Has some time. Steps up in the pocket. Now he's going to throw short, and it's going to be complete. The defender falls down to the 15-10 and stopped just short of the goal line, but very close to the first down.
Yeah, that's tough. You had them right where you wanted them. You got them backed up when they shot themselves in the foot, and they were in second down and almost 20. And then that running back just juked one of our guys right out of his cleats, and then people were falling off of him as they were trying to tackle him. Picks up a first down.
Yeah.
That'll be a 1st and goal down inside the 2-yard line.
At about the 1, they call it. So the Demons looking to cap their longest drive of the night, already leading 24-7. They fake the handoff to Bell, but they do go ahead and give it to him, and he's into the end zone for a second touchdown of the night. A 1-yard touchdown run for Trenton Bell completes an 82-yard drive in about 3.5 minutes for the Demons, and they extend their lead to 30-7.
It's just tough down there. Just physical, like John was talking about. They're receivers that are blocking and trying to get open, and the running backs are being physical. We've got to take it to them and match it.
Rushing on for the extra point attempt. It's a low snap, but they get it on the tee, and Russian is perfect on the PATs and a field goal. 3:20 to go before halftime. Duncan extends their lead at 31-7. You're listening to the Fightin' Chicks on 106.
Hi, this is Dana Terry at MotionWorks Physical Therapy in Chickasha. When your doctor writes a prescription, the choice is yours which pharmacy you use. It's the same with physical therapy. The choice is yours. MotionWorks is in network with most insurances, including Medicare and Sooner Care. So if you have an injury or have had a surgery and your doctor orders therapy, ask for MotionWorks. Locally owned and operated, and call us at 224-9675. That's 224-WORK.
In this country, we love liberty. And in Chickasha, we love Liberty Drug. Experience a pleasant small-town atmosphere and Chickasha's only old-fashioned soda fountain. Enjoy a drink while you wait. And take a look at Liberty's boutique T-shirts from Jadlyn Brook and Charlie Southern. Liberty Drug is family-owned and operated and features Salt Lake candles, fun holiday decor, and a local pharmacist you can count on. Compare their service and your weight. Copay remains the same. Go Fightin' Chicks from Liberty Drug. Open weeknights till 6 and Saturday until 4:30.
CHS football on 106.1 The Ranch, a presentation of Arvest Bank, Sonic Drive-In, and DeHart Heating and Air Conditioning. Some updated scores from Ardmore. The Ardmore Tigers shutting out Del City 21-0. Blanchard still leads John Marshall. The Lions lead that one 10-7. And El Reno 7, Altus nothing in a surprise early score in that ball game. The John Holt kickoff from our right to left by Nathan Russian for the Duncan Demons. Straight ahead and returnable for CHS. Thibodeau has it at the 10-yard line, weaving his way up to the 20-yard line, and good downfield coverage by the Duncan Demons. And that tackle was made by Jonathan Babineau, a freshman.
Had a couple of guys from Duncan running down untouched, and when you're trying to get a kick return going, you definitely got to get a hat on somebody down there. A couple of guys missed a block on that one, and Chickasha needs to come out and get some positive things going as we got 2 wide down here on the near side of the field. First time we've seen that formation all year.
From the 16-yard line, that Duncan drive, by the way, 82 yards in 12 plays. It covered 3 minutes and 48 seconds. Chicks trail 31-7 now. There's the snap, and Womack on the keeper. Comes over the right side, picks up maybe a yard or two to the 18. The Chicks have 2 timeouts to work with, should they decide to use them here in the final 3:03.
Yeah, just trying to pick up some tough yards right there. 2 yards there picked up by Jake Womack, and just trying to get something going, get down into a third and manageable here, or even pick up the first down on this play as he's checking the play at the line, and the line's checking checking their wristbands.
And the checkers are checking the checkers. 2nd and 8 Chicks at the 18. Abrams in motion left to right, and they give the ball. Duncan say there's a fumble.
We did. We
Oh,
lost the
no.
ball.
Third turnover for the Chicks tonight, and a third turnover this evening. This is a fumble, and the Demons have it inside the red zone.
Be a first down for the Duncan Demons right at about the 17-yard line, and that is tough to overcome when you give them the ball a couple of times, John, down right inside the 5-yard line, and then you hand them a pick six, and now they get the ball 1st and goal in the red zone.
Hey guys, Jake has hurt his finger on his non-throwing hand. Looked to be in some pretty serious pain out there. But as you mentioned, we don't really have any alternatives right now. He's doing his best, but I don't think he can quite grip the ball like he would like.
1st and 10, Duncan, King back to pass. There's going to be completed into the end zone for a touchdown, but there is a flag down. The touchdown to Dylan Seaberger, but the referee throws the flag, so that one's coming back. And, who's our backup quarterback, John? Because Robert Ferguson normally is, but he is out with that shoulder injury.
Guys, that's a good question. I haven't really had an opportunity to ask that to the offensive coaching guys, but I don't know that they have a lot of alternatives at a lot of positions, including the quarterback. As you mentioned, Bob's over here on a sling, and those are the two that have been getting most of the reps throughout the year.
The penalty takes the ball back to the Chick 35-yard line, so it takes away what would have been a touchdown. So it's going to be first down, and they've got to get the ball all the way down to about the 8-yard line. Ring back to pass, throw short. It's complete to Seaberger and stopped at about the 25-yard line. Gain of about 10. And Braden Blake's on the tackle along with David Thibodeau.
That's good job there on the defense. And they've got 4 guys out in the route on that. And they're spreading Chickasha out as Jake Womack comes out for a breather. And it's hard to cover. Chickasha's running some zone defense, and these receivers are just finding a soft spot in between a couple of guys in that zone. And the quarterback's got enough time to hit them between the numbers. You got to disrupt the quarterback's timing. If you're not going to be able to cover every receiver, you need to get a hat on the quarterback.
2nd down at about 18 from the Chick 25-yard line. Ring back to pass. The Chick gets some pressure on him, and he got him sacked back at the 28-yard line.
And it's a fumble, and
they're going to say it's down.
Oh, they're going to say it's down. I need to call for a fumble on the next play because I called for pressure on the quarterback, and look what I got.
Got it.
Guys, that youngster Kobe Powell, number 65, had a couple of times where he hasn't broken down when they're coming to his side. He must have been salivating on that one because he smacked the quarterback pretty good. I thought he caused a fumble. The official disagreed with me.
3-yard loss. It's 3rd and 20. High snap for Ring, but he tracks it down, hands off to, actually it's going to be an option play. Now they swing the pass to the far side, complete. And it's going to be stopped well short of the first down with 1:09 to go. It's going to be 4th down at about 10 from about the 18-yard line. Duncan's got a pretty good field goal kicker. They're going to send him in.
I don't blame him here. And great job by Chickasha. Have bent over backwards inside their own 20 a couple of times tonight. Defense stands tall right here and forces the field goal. Really proud of the Fighting Chicks on this drive.
It's going to be about a 34-yard field goal attempt by kicker Nathan Russian. He had a 19-yarder earlier. The kick is on the way. It's got the distance, and it's got the accuracy. 1:04 to go before halftime. The Duncan Demons extend their lead to 34-7. You're listening to the Fighting Chicks on 106. Tired of fighting with bargain brand lawn equipment? Then step up to Echo Power Equipment and Small Engine Service in Chickasha for your next grass trimmer, power blower, chainsaw, or tree trimmer. Only Echo is built pro grade and is backed by the industry's 5-year consumer warranty. Don't let the words pro grade scare you. Echo is affordable, starting at under $160. For a limited time, the Echo SRM 225 grass trimmer, just $199. When it's time for mowing, you should be going to Small Engine Service, 3rd and Dakota, Chickasha.
See this badge? Of course not. It's radio. It says Train Comfort Specialist. It means we're expert technicians and as reliable as the Train systems we install, keeping your winters cozy and summers cool. And when you do see this badge, you'll immediately feel more comfortable.
Introduce your home's heat and air system to the heat and air experts at Ben Milam at 224-4314.
Jose Solano with the return out to the
20-yard line and spun down from there. Very aggressive downfield coverage for the Demons. So they get the fumble recovery, but they get 0 yards on the drive, and they hold the Demons to a field goal attempt, and Nathan Russian is accurate from 34 yards out.
Good job there by the Fighting Chicks on special teams. Last time Duncan kicked off, they had a couple of guys running downfield untouched. This time, Jose had a little bit of room to work with, and he fielded that one almost over his head at the goal line and ended up getting it out to the 20-yard line.
Womack still in at quarterback there. No, we've got a new quarterback in there. This is going to be Tyler Thompson, the junior. As you mentioned, guys, Womack with that hand injury. So we got Tyler Thompson taking the first snap at quarterback, John.
He's in there as third string. John, you see something over there?
Yeah, it looks like Braden Blakes is heading off the field with a dinger on the arm, so hopefully that's nothing serious. He's been playing pretty tough on both sides of the ball. We need him to stay in the game.
All right, who got that good carry about 7 yards after the 27-yard line?
That was Braden on that one.
All right, so here's Thompson under center. It's a bad exchange again. Bad quarterback center quarterback snap, and Duncan's going to stop it for little or no gain, and the clock running with 15 seconds to go, so the Chicks don't have to snap the ball if they don't want to end the half. John Mulder will be talking to Coach Jerry Don Bray here at halftime. Let's see if the Chicks get a playoff. I don't think they're going to. They will not. We're at halftime, and the Fighting Chicks trail the Duncan Demons 34-7 here at Halliburton Stadium in Duncan. We'll give John a chance here, give Coach a moment to sort things out, and John will talk to Coach Jerry Don Bray here momentarily. But 3 first-half turnovers, certainly not boding well here for the Chickasha Fighting Chicks.
Definitely getting their 2 cents in with the officiating crew before they head into the locker room. As John has Coach break.
Go ahead, John. Waiting for the band to finish. All right, go ahead, John.
Coach, you mentioned it before the game. A key is controlling our turnovers, and of course 3 turnovers, and then one snap over the head, and you're trying to punt it away. That's a 28-point swing there. Hard to overcome some of those obstacles.
Yeah, we just turn the ball over and keep shooting ourselves in the foot. I think our defense is playing tough. Punt, the snap, hit the punter in the hands, and we fumble it and can't get rid of it, and just throw picks for big returns. Just stuff that's just really shooting us in the foot.
They had a nice about a 60, 70-yard run for Brandon Russell on that, and need more of those big plays if we want to get back in this ball game.
Yeah, I think we can run the football on them up front when we get our guys where we need to be. It's just got to eliminate the little mistakes. I mean, they're just killing us week after week, so we got to get those things corrected.
All right, Coach. Well, best of luck in the second half.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Coach Jerry Don Bray and John Mulder at halftime at Halliburton Stadium, where it's homecoming, and the Chickasha Fighting Chicks trail the Duncan Demons 34-7. We'll be back with the first half recap and some scores around the area when our coverage of high school football continues after this timeout on 106.1 The Ranch. Do what, Bobby?
So we got to get those things corrected.
All right, Coach. Well, best of luck in the second half.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Coach Jerry Don Bray and John Mulder at halftime at Halliburton Stadium, where it's homecoming, and the Chickasha Fighting Chicks trail the Duncan Demons 34-7. We'll be back with the first half recap and some scores around the area when our coverage of high school football continues after this timeout on 106.1 The Ranch.
Our size lets us purchase cell phone insurance at great rates. This coverage pays up to $250 per loss, up to 2 phones per year. Read all the terms and conditions. To open a Premier account and learn about all 20 benefits, drop by any of our 11 locations. First National Bank, member FDIC.
George Plummer, Howie Jackson, John Mulder, Dennis Lynham here at Halliburton Stadium, and Bobby Maston back at the 106.1 The Ranch Studios downtown Chickasha. In the district opener, the Duncan Demons really manhandling the Chickasha Fighting Chicks 34-7, taking advantage of 3 first-half turnovers. The Chicks won the toss, and they had the ball to open up the game, but they went 3 plays and had to kick the ball away. The Duncan Demons picked up a penalty, got a first down via a penalty, and had to kick the football away to the Chicks.
And, that was a really good. It could have been a lot worse than it was. They got fortunate that the kid that intercepted the ball went to dive in the end zone and fell down at the 1-yard line. So They, of all of the things that could have gone wrong on that defensive possession for the Fighting Chicks, that came out probably about as good as we could have hoped.
So with 5:15 to go in the first quarter, the Demons had a 3-0 lead. On their next possession, the Chicks picked up a first down, got out to about their 33-yard line, had to kick the football away, and the Demons had the ball at their own 29-yard line. But they had a big play there, Howie, as Luke Ring had a 47-yard touchdown run to make it a 10-0 lead with 47 seconds to go. It was a 71-yard drive that only took 3 plays in a minute and 42 seconds, and 10-0 was the score at the end of the first quarter. Start of the second quarter, the Chicks had the football, but there was a fumbled snap on a punt, and the Duncan Demons recovered at the Chick 4-yard line, and Trenton Bell ran it in from 4 yards out. The PAT was good, and with 11:08 to go in the first half, Duncan led 17-0. Then the Chicks put together a pretty good drive. They went from their 34-yard line out to midfield. Jake Womack had a 19-yard run down to the 31-yard line. Chicks had a little hiccup with a penalty, but then Jake Womack under pressure throws an interception, returned about 85 yards by Colin Klingensmith, and the PAT made it 24-0 with about 8 minutes to go in the half.
Yeah, a couple of those interceptions were just the first one wasn't as bad of a judgment call, but that second one he threw into quadruple coverage and should have just taken the sack. And I know he was just trying to get something going downfield, but sometimes it's just better to take the long, bad incompletion or even a sack. And that one was really tough to overcome. Couldn't catch the guy that was returning the interception, and he just took that one to the house for the Duncan Demons. And that was really, and that's right about the time when Jake did something to his hand on defense.
So leading 24-0, the Chicks get the ball back at their own 40-yard line, and that was the drive they scored on, Howie, as they went 60 yards in 2 plays, a 58-yard touchdown run by Brandon Russell, and the PAT by Sterling Claffey made it 24-7 with about 7 minutes to go. But the Demons put their longest drive of the game together there. From their 18, they went 82 yards in 12 plays. Trenton Bell finishes it off with a 1-yard touchdown run, but they completed the third and very long at the Chick 24-yard line.
Yeah, that third and long, you had them right where you wanted them, and then they get down there and they get that first down and then go in for the touchdown on the very next play. And that one was pretty tough. But that was the first time that we actually made Duncan go the length of the field. I've been impressed with the Chickasha defense being put in bad situations, either by a turnover or by some one big busted play. And their defense has been pretty solid. They haven't given up a lot of yards. There's a lot of points on the board for Duncan, but it's not that the defense has given up a massive amount of yards.
So the Demons led 31-7 after that 1-yard touchdown run by Trenton Bell with about 3 minutes to go. The Chicks had the ball, hoping to at least run out the quarter, but at their 16-yard line, they ran 2 plays with the new quarterback in there, in Tyler Thompson. There is a fumble, and Duncan recovered at the Chicks' 17-yard line. Again, the Demons a little frustrated there because the Chick defense held them without a first down, and the Demons had to settle for a 34-yard field goal by Nathan Russian to make it 34-7. The Chicks got the ball back to run out the final few seconds. But 3 turnovers, the big story here for the Fighting Chicks here in the first half.
Yeah, it's really tough to overcome. That's what Coach Bray was talking about. We talked about it coming into this game. That's been one of the things that has really just almost been a backbreaker for these young men, is they'll be doing really good, and then all of a sudden there's a turnover, and the whole team, you can just see it in their body language, just gets deflated. To put it in perspective for those of you that are following along at home, the defense was put into a situation, 1st and goal at the 1, held them to a field goal. 1st and goal at the 4, ended up giving up a touchdown. At that point, it's 10-0. And then 1st and goal, or 1st down and 10 at the 15-yard line, and force them to a field goal. So, for the position our defense has been in all this half, they're really actually fortunate to only have 34 points on the board. One of those was a pick 6 on an interception, so that you've got a 7-point from an interception, another 7 from another interception. That's 14. You've got 3 from the first interception. You're up to 17, and then the fumble, and that was another. So we've got 20 points off of turnovers.
And the total yardage is really pretty even when you look at it. I have Duncan with 162 total yards of offense. The Fighting Chicks, 155. Now, how odd is that? And the Duncan Demons have a 34-7 lead. We'll take a break. We'll be back to check some scores from the area in a moment. You're listening to the Fighting Chicks on 106. We got a correction to make on our John Marshall-Blanchard game. John Marshall actually leads Blanchard 10-7 at halftime. I think we announced that the opposite way earlier.
You sure we don't have a correction on that Altus El Reno score?
We'll double-check that to make sure. Sorrel leading Strother 24-0. The Alec Longhorns do not get a mercy rule at halftime this week, but they do lead Macomb 46-6.
Well, what's wrong with that?
We'll have to talk to Coach Brand about that.
Maybe they pulled off a little bit.
That's it. Snyder over Carnegie 7-6. Also an 8-man football. Sorrel is leading Strother 24-0. And we'll check some other scores here momentarily. Clinton was leading Blanchard. Clinton was leading Weatherford at last report. And that's always a great rivalry between those two I-40 schools.
Definitely. George let us into a great entrance right there.
All right.
Yeah, Weatherford and Clinton, they don't like each other one bit. If you don't have anything to do, that'd be a fun game to attend.
Right, 14-7 Clinton. Anadarko leading Elk City now 13-0. Well, talk to Coach Brett Sanders, the girls basketball coach. I've known him for years. Of course, at Anadarko and Carnegie and Cash and winning a couple of state championships. Now the girls basketball coach at Newcastle. And he's kind of the guy responsible for that. But he said they had 2 strikes against it because the gym up there only seats 1,200. And previously they've had it at more in some of the big 6A schools. Another strike against them. There's no air conditioning in the gym. So the Thunder agreed to bring in a couple of 35-ton portable air conditioning units. They'll pick up the electric bill on that. And come October the 4th, the Thunder will have their big scrimmage at Newcastle.
That's kind of interesting. They make how much money a year, and they can't play in an unair-conditioned gym. By golly, there'll be some high school students on October 1st, the first day of official basketball practice. Doesn't matter if it's 100 degrees outside. They'll be in there sweating it out and getting after it.
The Tuttle Tigers are leading in their district opener at Tecumseh 15-3 at halftime. The Tigers, this is already their 5th game of the year, John, after playing in week 0.
In this country, we love liberty. And in Chickasha, we love Liberty Drug. Experience a pleasant small-town atmosphere and Chickasha's only old-fashioned soda fountain. Enjoy a drink while you wait and take a look at Liberty's boutique T-shirts from Jadlyn Brook and Charlie Southern. Liberty Drug is family-owned and operated and features Salt Lake candles, fun holiday decor, and a local pharmacist you can count on. Compare their service and your weight. Copay remains the same. Go Fightin' Chicks from Liberty Drug. Open week. From burgers and breakfast to chicken and ice cream, your Chickasha Sonic Drive-In has what you want when you want it. From the regular Sonic Burger to the Supersonic Bacon Double Cheeseburger and the Chili Cheese Little Doggy to the Foot-Long Chili Cheese Dog. From a Route 44 Coca-Cola to the Kevin Durant Candy Slushes and a simple sundae to the Chillin' Sonic Blast, Sonic has you covered. Still with half-price soft drinks during happy hour every day from 2 to 4. This is how you Sonic.
Southern Plains Medical Center, SPMC, has been providing quality health care to the residents of Southwest Oklahoma for 100 years. And SPMC offers general surgery, internal medicine, lab and radiology, and many other services that others cannot offer anymore. In Anadarko, the Physicians Hospital offers Caddo County residents health care and vision care with the Advanced Eye Center in downtown Anadarko. Together, Southern Plains Medical Center and the Physicians Hospital Anadarko, proudly serving the residents of Grady and Caddo counties.
A great job of blending the old with the new. They still have some of the old stuff that they kept around. And, you even have the new updated press box.
You from the field, you can't tell a big difference in the old WPA stuff. But I can tell you from up here in the press box, the media center, it is a definite improvement over just a few years ago. Like Howie said, it's nice that they've blended the new amenities without losing that old nostalgia.
And again, all done with private money, so that's very nice of the football backers here in the Duncan area. Hey, we've got some more scores, and let's go to Class A, where the Minko Bulldogs are a top 5 team, and they are unbeaten, and they went on the road tonight, and Wayne has always been a big district foe for the Minko Bulldogs, and right now with about 5 minutes left in the third quarter. The Minko Bulldogs leading at Wayne by a score of 12-0. The Rush Springs Redskins, they are winless so far this year, but they are trailing at home to Stratford by a score of 20-6, and that game was still in the second quarter. We're looking for an Apache score. The Apache Warriors and Mangum hooking up tonight, and no score that we have in that ball game yet. And Empire at Central Marlowe tonight, no score available on that ball game. And the Hinton Comets at Hollis tonight, that's no score available in that ball game either. So those are a few scores that we're trying to keep an eye on. Again, the Alec Longhorns leading in their game tonight. And the Cement Bulldogs, we don't have a score on Cement yet, but they're coming off their first win of the year last week, John. They had a long way to go to get it. They went to Sapulpa, but, hey, they'll take it.
Yeah, Coach Pelzer and the crew down there, we congratulate them on their first victory last week and wish them all the best of the rest of the season. It takes a while to get things rolling when you're trying to build particularly a football program up. It's not like say basketball where you can go pick up a handful of kids. It's rebuilding an entire program. So it's a lot of work, but I know that community's up for the challenge, and congratulations to them. Yeah, I'm
a former Chickasha teacher and been a coach for a long time. So had 11 kids come out for Cement football this year. They did have a junior high program the last couple of years, so they've had the program. They've just been a couple of years without any varsity. So the kids wanted to dedicate themselves and make the commitment to go ahead and play, and so they're doing that tonight. And they are entertaining the Ryan Cowboys, traditionally a very strong team, but they are winless this year.
I've been down to Ryan a few times for postseason ball, and it's quite a long drive. You keep driving past Ryan, and you're in Texas. So
we actually passed the Ryan bus on the way down here, I noticed, on Highway 81 as we were making the trip down here to Duncan.
It's 34-7. The Chickasha Fighting Chicks are trailing the Duncan Demons. We'll take a break, and we'll be back with more in a moment. You're listening to the Fightin' Chicks on 106. Jake's Rib is Chickasha's premier barbecue restaurant. They've been serving up generous portions of delicious barbecue for 30 years and invite you and your family and your sports teams to stop in for heaping portions of hickory smoked ribs, sliced beef and pork, pulled pork, as well as steaks, chicken, and fish. Check out their daily specials and be sure to save room for cobbler. Ask Jake's about catering your special event. Jake's Rib, the only barbecue restaurant in Chickasha, open 7 days a week.
And Chickasha. John Holt and Chickasha, where the deals are real and the prices are low. John Holt and Chickasha, when it comes to cars and trucks, John knows the only place to go for the best deal is John Holt. John Holt Chevrolet, where the hardest thing to do is pick your favorite color. And Chickasha.
In this country, we love liberty. And in Chickasha, we love Liberty Drug. Experience a pleasant small-town atmosphere and Chickasha's only old-fashioned soda fountain. Enjoy a drink while you wait and take a look at Liberty's boutique T-shirts from Jadlyn Brook and Charlie Southern. Liberty Drug is family-owned and operated and features Salt Lake candles, fun holiday decor, and a local pharmacist you can count on. Compare their service and your weight. Copay remains the same. Go Fightin' Chicks from Liberty Drug. Open weeknights till 6 and Saturday until 4:30.
You go online to get one of those quick auto quotes, but which coverage amounts are right for you? What about protection for your home, furniture, and other stuff? Major confusion. Then you find an independent insurance agent who gives you expert advice on all the home and auto insurance protection you need from the member companies of Ohio Casualty Group. Major relief.
Millette Hunter Insurance. Call 224-5402 or stop by the Millette Hunter Agency at 5th and Minnesota. Millette Hunter, committed to legendary service.
And Marlowe leads that one 21-0 as that game is still in the second quarter. That's the Class 3A football. Again, Blanchard trailing John Marshall 10-7. That ball game is at the half. And Mount St. Mary is leading Bridge Creek 14-0. Kingfisher leads Manford 28-6. Pauls Valley and Purcell, that game is tied at 7. A couple of nearby teams hooking up there. All right, the Chickasha Fighting Chicks will be at home next week as we entertain the Ardmore Tigers. And at last report, Ardmore was trailing Dell City 17-14. So we'll certainly keep a close eye on that ball game. And the El Reno Indians leading the Altus Bulldogs in a surprising score there. And I think that ball game is down at Hightower Stadium in Altus. So we'll keep an eye on Altus and El Reno. And Ardmore has retaken the lead over Dell City 21-17. About 3 minutes left in the second quarter. And Altus has bounced back with 3 touchdowns. Howie to take the lead now on El Reno 21-7 late in the second quarter.
Woke up the sleeping giant down there in Altus, man. They talk about those guys are going to come out and hit you in the mouth and run the ball at you. I'd love to see that Dell City and Ardmore game on a replay. That would be a fun game to watch because Ardmore's gonna just run it at you, and Dell City's going to spread you out.
I think Ardmore actually webcasts their ball games kind of like we do, so you can go watch that game maybe tomorrow afternoon since the Sooners aren't playing.
Give me something else to do besides remodel my bathroom.
Hey, this may be a surprising score out of Class 5A, and it was one of the top 10 matchups from some of the publications. Noble and Shawnee, and at the half, Noble leads Shawnee 21-15.
Man, that's a testament to the Noble team getting it done up there in Shawnee. Interesting to see what happens at halftime as Shawnee goes in and makes adjustments. And Shawnee, a much bigger school than Noble is, but that doesn't mean anything when you got to get out there and play the game.
Bishop McGinnis leading at Guthrie 14-0. And Lawton Mack is cruising past Northwest Classen 54-0. That game now in the second half. Piedmont is leading Deer Creek 27-3. And Carl Albert at halftime leads Western Heights 40-6. Hey, if you want to, since the Sooners aren't playing tomorrow, you want to see some good softball, the Chickasha Sports Complex, Howie. The Chickasha Lady Chicks hosting a big 20-plus team tournament out there.
That'll be good times out there. Like to see the complex being used by some local teams, and love to see that happen a little bit more frequently and see the community get involved and get behind their hometown teams. That's going to be a good time out there at the sports complex. Going to be a beautiful day for it tomorrow as well. Great night out here for football down here in Duncan. And if you didn't make the trip down here, it's a nice night. It's in the mid-70s right now, and just a beautiful night for football in the state of Oklahoma.
And no wind, which is very odd. This is the 4th week of the season, and I don't think we've had gusty winds any of the ball games we played so far. So it's been absolutely gorgeous so far for the games we broadcast here for the Chickasha Fighting Chicks. All right, time to start the second half, and the Duncan Demons will have it to start things off. And here's Sterling Claffin with the John Holt kickoff, a squib kick fielded at the 27-yard line, but we're going to have a stoppage of play here. A flag is down, unfortunately.
It's going to be an offside on Chickasha not getting lined up right, and coach is throwing clipboards over there already because they had the squib set up perfectly. It bounced off of the Duncan player, and I've said that's the second time that Chickasha's kicked off, and Sterling's done the squib on them. They've seen something on maybe these up men to kind of get him off balance.
John, go ahead and check with the coaches and see the status of Jake Womack and see if he's going to be in at quarterback or maybe just defense, and see if Tyler Thompson's going to be going here in the second half. All right, Sterling Claffin for another attempt at the John Holt kickoff, kicking from our right to left or south to north as we see it. And there's the whistle and the kickoff. Again, from Claffin, he's going to do another squib kick and taken at the 10-yard line by the return man out to the 25 and 30, and a nice diving tackle there by Trace Brantley on the return, and the Duncan Demons will set up shop 1st and 10 at about the 30-yard line to open up the third quarter of play.
That squib kick is something else, and if you don't know what that is listening at home, it's where they kind of kick the ball almost on the top, not quite like an onside, and that thing just flies down there about a foot off the ground, and just an ugly-looking kick, but it's very effective in helping get coverage downfield.
Demons lead it 34-7. There's the snap to ring on the play action. Under some pressure and sacked once again.
That's Kobe Powell down there, spelled just like Kobe Bryant. That's actually who he's named after. Known that young man for quite a few years. Into the waiting arms of Kobe Powell. Great-looking job there by the Chicks defense. First, I thought he was going to overrun the play, but then quarterback kind of went right back into him. Chicks get a big stop on first down, negative yardage.
Second sack tonight for Colby Powell. Call it 2nd and 12, Demons, going from our left to right. And Ring will split two receivers to the far side in the pocket. Ring looks right. Now he takes off. He's got a scramble. He's going. He's to the 30-yard line. Breaks a tackle at the 35 and 40 and spun down at about the 41-yard line. Clayton Mosley helping out of the tackle.
That'll be rolling that one a first down. That guy is shifty and he is hard to bring down. He doesn't look like he's running very fast when he's moving around in the pocket, but he's moving pretty quick laterally and just evades tackles down there and keeps the play alive, picking up a first down for Duncan.
12-yard carry for Luke Rings. 1st and 10 from the Duncan 42-yard line. Ring, no pressure. Now he's got to scramble a little bit. Escapes one tackle, now throws downfield. It's going to be knocked away. Very nice defensive play there by Jose Solano.
I tell you what, Colby Powell is getting held on the last two times. He's got his back. He has beat his right tackle that he's going against, and that guy is pushing him in the back and just not getting any calls down there. Colby is putting some pressure on to the quarterback. I think Coach Bray gave him an earful about getting after the quarterback.
And John, find out who 56 is because he got some pressure on Luke Ring that made him throw the ball away a little bit faster. Here's the screen pass to the near side, complete to Seaberger, but stop right there. That is going to be David Thibodeau on the tackle for just a short gain. It's going to be a third and about 8 for the Duncan Demons.
Chickasha defense playing with some ferocity here coming into the third quarter. Looking good, flying around, got some new energy, maybe had some Gatorade and some Powerade at halftime. And they're looking good flying around. They did give up that big run of 12 yards earlier for a first down, but they've looked good ever since.
3rd and long, 4 receivers set. Now an empty backfield for Ring. Back in the pocket, throws downfield deep. He's got the man beat, and it's going to be incomplete on a great defensive play. Brandon Russell is now a late flag comes in.
Brandon Russell couldn't keep his mouth shut on that one. He's got to just go back to the huddle and get out there for defense. That was all Brandon Russell, breaking that pass play up. The receiver had him dead to rights for a first down, a long first down. He makes an excellent, excellent play and just talks a little bit at the end of it, and they're going to call that a dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct. It'll be a 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down.
That is too bad. A great stop there, John Mosley. John, I'm sorry. I don't know where John Mosley came from, but
you'll talk to John tomorrow.
Yes, we will.
But guys, the coaches stress that to the guys. You get out there, do your job, make your play, and just go do it. And he's going to have his back for his kids now, but you can't have that. You got to do your job. They missed one just a few plays earlier. The same young man grabbed the opponent by the face mask, and so he got away with one. You can't get away with it twice. They're going to find that, and they're going to penalize you.
The penalty will take the ball down to the Chick 42-yard line. So the Chicks got the big stop, but then the unsportsmanlike penalty keeps the drive alive for the Demons. 1st and 10 for the Chick 42-yard line. Trenton Bell are going to be stacked up at the line of scrimmage, and there is Preston Phillips, one of the first guys there.
Good job down there by the defense. I'm telling you what, John, the defense come out of the locker room ready to play.
Yeah, and 56 is Colin Stevens, I believe, guys.
Okay.
Defense has looked pretty good, minus their leader in the secondary back there, Jake Womack. But, the front four, that's been my question mark all season. They've been playing well this series.
2nd down, 12. Ring pass to the near side complete to the Chick 48-yard line. And Larry Abrams going to be credited with the tackle very close to first down as the play goes out of bounds to about the Chick 32-yard line. Duncan with the ball on their opening drive of the second half, leading 34-7. And they marked the ball just short of the third down, and they're going to go ahead and move the chains. Howie?
I didn't even measure on that one. Referee from way back there where he's at went ahead and called that one a first down.
So the Demons have moved from their 30 down to the Chick 32-yard line where it's 1st and 10. Ring when the play action rolls to his left, wants to scramble. Now he takes off. He's to the Chick 30, 25, breaks the tackle to the 20, 15, 10, 5, reaching for the end zone, and he's in there for the TD. 32-yard touchdown run for Luke Ring to make it 40-7.
A way obvious hold right in front of the Chicks bench. Coaches are livid over there. We had a young man getting blocked in the back. No flags thrown on that one, but Duncan takes that one to the house.
Luke Ring with his second rushing touchdown of the game, and the Demons take the opening drive 70 yards, courtesy of a unsportsmanlike penalty on a fourth down stop against the Chicks that kept the drive alive. And the Demons on for the extra point attempt here from Nathan Rushin. Good snap, good hold. Not the prettiest of kicks, but it's inside the left upright. And the conversion is made. 9:21 to go in the third. The Demons lead the Chicks 41-7. You're listening to the Fighting Chicks on 106.
Day Realty, matching quality people with quality homes. Here's a beautiful 3-bedroom home at 802 South 12th. There's an above-ground pool, a putting green, and 3 baths. It's priced at $184,500. Or see this adorable starter home at 711 South 18th. 2 beds, 1 bath with hardwood floors, large rooms, and plenty of storage, now just $74,000. For more on these and other great properties, call Chickasha Realty, 224-4298.
New in the local banking industry. It's the Community Bank of Oklahoma, which now serves the Chickasha, Verdon, and Newcastle areas. While the name is new, the bank's operated by your friends and neighbors whose families live here. They support local schools, sports, and ag programs, along with projects and activities that benefit their communities. Featuring a full line of banking services, Community Bank of Oklahoma provides competitive rates and unequaled service. Looking forward to being part of a thriving community. Community Bank of Oklahoma, member FDIC.
Wondering what to do over the next 2 years and beyond? Let Canadian Valley Technology Center give you a jump start on your education. Whether you plan to go on to college or immediately enter the workforce after high school, Canadian Valley is your ticket to a successful career. No matter where your interests lie, health, computers, transportation, or engineering, Canadian Valley has something for everyone. You can even earn college credit in many of our full-time programs. So sophomores, get ready. We'll be by your high school.
That was just terrible. Throwing a flag down there for something. Somebody's saying something. Referees need to definitely take control of this game as it's getting a little bit ugly down there.
And the Chicks are going to be pinned deep. Unsportsmanlike penalty against the Duncan Demons, so that'll get the Chicks out past the 25-yard line.
Yeah, about to the 24-yard line. And you definitely, when it's getting lopsided like this, you got to take control as an official, and you've got to call the things that normally, as the unsportsmanlike, that you typically might let go and you might warn a player. When it gets like this, you got to get control and get control early.
Tyler Thompson will start at quarterback here to start the second half. After the play, we'll go down to John Mulder on the sideline to get the status of Jake Womack, who did not start in the defensive secondary for the Chicks either to start here in this second half. But Thompson did take some snaps late in the second half after Womack went out of the game with the hand injury to his left hand, his non-throwing hand. 1st and 10, Chicks from their own 24-yard line, trailing 41-7. And Tyler Thompson, a junior, under center. Braden Blake's got banged up too early. And Thompson with a quick handoff and going over right guard. A little running room there, John Mulder. What's the Jake Womack status?
Yeah, Jake's got his shoulder pads off. You could tell the last 3 to 4 series down here, he was fighting through quite a bit of pain. That left hand, his non-throwing hand, looks to be pretty banged up, swollen. I'm speculating here. It looks to me like it could be broken, but a big loss for the Chicks. As you can tell, there's quite a bit of size difference in Jake and Mr. Thompson, but Thompson's going to give it his all.
2nd and 7, Thompson under center. There's a play action, rolls to his right. He's going to throw up a prayer, and it's going to be incomplete.
Trying to get out of bounds.
Got roughing the passer over here on the other side, and he knew he didn't have anything, trying to throw that one out of bounds there. And
no intentional grounding.
No, that's roughing the passer on that one. That's 15 yards.
Looked like intentional grounding there for a moment.
That's the wrong signal. Yeah. I need to go down there and help the referee out. But he gave the intentional grounding sign against the defense, but that's going to be roughing the passer.
And that's called Nathan Clark, so that'll give the Chicks a first down.
We'll take it any way we can get it. 2 first downs on this drive, 30 yards of offense, thanks to the Duncan Demons getting a little out of character for them, and playing some undisciplined.
And the penalty on the kickoff as well. So the ball moves out to the Chick 43-yard line. 1st and 10, they trail 41-7. They hand it off to Abram up the middle, had some running room for a moment, and he sneaks his way out to about the 48-yard line, about a gain of 5 for Larry Abram.
Just trying to get something going here, and when Tyler Thompson, he goes to my church, and when he stands next to me, he's a full head shorter than me. When he crouches down behind center, you can just barely see him sticking up out there, but he's He is very quick laterally, which is a little bit different than Jake. Jake's going to be fast straight at you, but Tyler's going to be a little bit shifty.
Braden Blake's right behind Thompson at tailback. They get the toss to Thibodeau. He's to the 50-yard line and ducks his shoulder to about the Duncan 49-yard line, a gain of 3.
Coming up here in third and manageable. That's what you want from your backup quarterback. This is going to be about a 3rd down and 2 play here for the Fighting Chicks as they come to the line in a hurry.
Anthony Utatavi comes in at right tackle. So 3rd and 2, and they give it to Braden Blake, stuffed at the line of scrimmage. I don't know if he got much. He's going to be about a yard short of the first down. I would think the Chicks would go for it here. Nothing to lose, down 41-7.
Yeah, I'd definitely go for it right here. You don't have anything. I mean, at best, you're going to pin them deep with a punt. And at worst, you're going to get a punt blocked or you're going to give up a return. So you might as well go for it right here. See if you can pick up the first down and keep it going.
From the Duncan 49-yard line, Thompson spins on the option play, hit behind the line of scrimmage and dropped for a loss at the Chick 49-yard line. So a loss of 2, and the Chicks will give it up on downs.
Well, hate to see that. Get the defense out there, see if the defense can hold them and keep them at the 41 number that's on the scoreboard. Currently, Chicks down 41-7 with 7:03 left to play here in the third quarter. And drive was kept alive by a couple of big, massive Duncan Demon penalties, and started out on our own 9-yard line and ended up right at midfield thanks to 30 yards in penalties from Duncan, and then a couple of hard runs by Brandon Russell and Braden Blakes.
John, what do you think about Tyler Thompson, a quarterback?
You know, it's always difficult to come into a game and when you haven't had a lot of live experience. But, hey, the only way to improve on that is by getting that chance, and he's getting that chance tonight.
Put your feet to the fire. Luke Ring takes his low snap under some duress, and he's going to be sacked back at the Chick 49-yard line, a coverage sack. But the Chicks get a big stop right there. Braden Blake's one of the last guys to get up off the pile.
Whole bunch of them down there. Had about 4 or 5 guys flying around down there.
James McElreath down in there, one of the defensive linemen.
Yeah, had some big boys down there. Preston Phillips was in there on that one. Kobe Powell as well, trying to get to the quarterback. I'm impressed with the tenacity of the Chickasha defense coming out of the locker room for sure.
2nd and 12, Duncan from their own 49-yard line. They give it to the running back, and that's the new running back. Clayton Mosley missed a shoestring tackle, and this is Jonathan Babineau. Gets big yardage, pushed out of bounds at the Chickasha 34-yard line. That'll be a first down.
He's a little guy compared to Bell that they had in there earlier in the first half. They're 6'1", 195-pound back that they had in there. And this young man, he's a little bit hard to find hiding behind. He's 5'10", 178 as a freshman, according to my depth chart over here. So he's getting to see some playing time in a lopsided game for Duncan.
15-yard gain, making 1st and 10 Chicks at the 1st and 10 Duncan at the Chickasha 33. Play action for Ring. No, they give it to one of the wingbacks coming over here, and that's going to be Carson. Is it Seaberger?
Dylan Seaberger, 26, 5'9", 178 pounds.
He's a little bitty guy. Picks up about 3.
And just real quick, laterally, these couple of backs that we've just seen, and got number 5 coming in for Duncan, and that's going to be Spencer Cagg coming in at running back, 5'10", 195. He's not as tall as Bell, but he's a load at 195 pounds.
2nd down and call it 6 at the Chick 30-yard line. Duncan going from our left to right. Kind of an interesting snap to Ring. Now he's got a scramble, runs out of one tackle, throws downfield, almost intercepted.
Kobe Powell had him in the grass back there and just whiffed on some air.
And there's a flag down, too.
And then we had 23. That's an eligible receiver downfield.
Brantley.
And Trace Brantley almost with an interception downfield, plus a flag on Duncan. So getting some things going Chickasha's way here to help increase some mobility down, some momentum down there for these young guys. Keep their heads up and fight through.
So, John, they get the quarterback under a little bit of pressure, and they got a penalty out of it. Almost got the turnover.
Yeah, you know, the Chicks have done a pretty good job of getting to the quarterback. Now, getting him to the ground a time or two is a little bit of another question. But, you know, he's a pretty stout kid. I mentioned earlier, he's got a cannon for an arm. He looks very poised out there, and I think his receivers sometimes wonder where the ball's coming from, but it's firing right at him.
Luke Ring, move in from Mustang, and he's a senior. Second down and 12 from the Chick 35-yard line after the penalty. Back in the pocket is Ring, steps up in the pocket. Now throws short. It's going to be complete to the Chick 25-yard line. Breaking a tackle to the 20-yard line. Finally dragged down there after a 15-yard gain. Devin Pinkston on the tackle.
That quarterback, just to kind of give you an example, if for those of you that have met me, I'm 6 foot tall and 185 pounds, and their quarterback's 6 foot tall and 210. So he's got about 25 pounds on me. So that's a load to bring down when he gets out in the open field.
Another red zone for the Demons. 1st and 10 from the Chick 20. Duncan leading 41-7. Ring rolls to his left, gets a good block upfield to the 15, and a gain of about 9. Got a big block over there. Devin Pinkston on the tackle there. Going to be second down and short here for Demons, taking over at midfield after stopping the Chicks on 4th and 2 from their own 49-yard line.
That's kind of interesting. Kobe Powell, the last 2 plays he's been in on, has lost his helmet, and I'm wondering if maybe they know that he's getting so much pressure they're just ripping his helmet off down there. That'd be interesting, John, if you take a look at that one.
Call it 2nd and 2 from the Chick 12-yard line, and there's the big hole to the left side, and it's going to be a touchdown run for Babineau. 12 yards.
That was just a Red Sea opened up down there. You thought they were going to have something on him, but they got a really good seal on each side of the center down there and just opened up a big hole for Babineau to walk in untouched for the Duncan Demon touchdown.
A 49-yard touchdown drive to make it 47-0, pending the extra point. And this is Grant Broth, and got a good leg on that young man, and he's got the PAT. 4:33 to go in the third. Duncan 48, Chickasha 7. You're listening to the Fighting Chicks on 106.
High school sports are among the many extracurricular programs that our students participate in. They learn important skills like teamwork, determination, communication, and sportsmanship. This is State Representative David Perryman. My wife Jo and I support students throughout the area and encourage those same characteristics in the classroom and to achieve high academic goals for the common good of all. If you have questions or ideas to share about issues at the state capitol, I encourage you to give me a call.
From blazing heat to freezing cold, Oklahoma's weather can wreak havoc on your home comfort system. Keep your system in shape with regularly scheduled routine maintenance from D-Hart Air Conditioning. Their certified specialists can take care of any issue affecting the performance of your home comfort system, keep it in shape, and fend off the sudden shifts in weather. Ensure a comfortable home with reliable maintenance from D-Hart Air Conditioning. Call now, 224-0184.
The PAT good to make it 48-7 now as the Duncan Demons. They have this interesting formation, John and Howie, just before the kickoff, and we'll talk about that here after the John Holt kickoff, which is coming up here from Kobe Kirkland, a sophomore. From our left to right again, no win here at Halliburton Stadium. Your John Holt kickoff for the Demons. Going to go right down the middle, taken at the 10-yard line, bobbled. The Chicks are going to fall on it at the 10-yard line. So talk about that formation, John, where the Demons line up behind the kicker, and they kind of go into a little, little locomotion type.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I think that's the way Howie wakes up, steps out of the shower in the morning, does that little dance, and goes about his day. But you always see something new on a Friday night on a football field. I've never seen that, but hey, anything for some team camaraderie and getting your team. When you're up 48-7, you can dance the jig for all you care. But Chicks got to find an answer. Got to find it quickly.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. The Chicks only had 10 guys out on the field, and now they've got to call a timeout, and that is frustrating when you can't even get all 11 guys out there on the field like you need to.
Yeah, I think that young man's going to experience what John Mulder said he experienced that one time when he was a sophomore and Coach called his number and he wasn't ready to go. So just some learning experience here. You're going to get some younger players in on both sides of the ball. And, the idea is you get in there, you get some game time, you get some game snaps, and you're going against people that you don't go against in practice, and it helps improve you and make you a little bit better, John.
Guys, the frustrating thing is that I was impressed with Noble. I mean, they have some talent over here on the Duncan side of the ball, but they haven't played that physical. Chickasha is just playing pretty soft right now. I think their scheme is pretty good. But, the old ball coach also said sometimes it's not about the X's and O's. It's about the Jimmies and Joes. And the Jimmies and Joes have to look deep inside themselves and to find out what their character's made of.
After the Chickasha timeout, they have it 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line, trailing 48-7. Only the second time they've had the ball here in the second half. And there's a flag coming in after the play. The Chicks get minimal yardage on that. Some scoring updates. Clinton leads Weatherford 17-7. 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Lawton Mack leads Northwest Classen 54-0 at halftime. Walters leading Dibble 14-7, and a penalty going against the Duncan Demons, a 5-yard penalty.
That's a 5-yard face mask, is what I saw him calling down there on that, and I didn't know that they still had a 5-yard face mask in a high school level, but it's automatic first down.
1st and 5 now, or almost just under 5-yard line. 5 yards from the Chick 26-yard line as Tyler Thompson goes under center. And first guy through gets it. It has a first down. Braden Blakes for 6 yards there. I take that back. That was not an automatic first down. It was a replay the down. Right.
And so Chicks get a 1st and 10 now at the 37-yard line. Or the 32-yard line. Got to take advantage of these miscues by the Duncan defense on these little penalties.
Just one touchdown drive tonight for the Chicks. And that was on a 58-yard touchdown run by Brandon Russell midway through the second quarter. 1st and 10. Here's the toss sweep to Abrams. Hit in the backfield and dropped. Great pursuit there by the Duncan Demons.
25 from Duncan on the tackle. J.J. Harris, a 5'9", 182-pound freshman, as Duncan's getting deep into their bench and letting the freshman get some playing time.
Loss of 6, so it's 2nd and 16. CHS back at the 26-yard line. Chicks have picked up just 2 first downs here in this second quarter of play. A couple of them be a penalty. There's Braden Blakes over the right side. Maybe picks up a yard or two, then driven backwards. They'll give him forward progress after about the 28-yard line, where it's going to be 3rd down. And about
it's tough
14,
running down there.
Yeah.
The offensive line's not getting a push off the ball, and when the offensive line's not getting a push, then it's really even harder for the running back to find any daylight down there and having to break tackles before you even get to the line of scrimmage.
Thompson under center, and Blakes gets it, and out to about the 30-yard line.
That's gonna bring up a 4th down now for Chickasha, and send Sterling Claffin into punt. Need to have a good snap here and have a good punt to get it away, and see if the defense can come out and get some reps going on defense. The defense has been playing pretty good for what they've been putting themselves into. We'd like to see them get ferocious down there and take care of business. And 4th down now for the Fighting Chicks, 2:23 and counting on the clock.
Back in punt formation is Claffin. Low snap, has to dig it out at the 15-yard line. Duncan almost gets there, but it's going to be a short punt. It'll take a short Chickasha bounce, and it'll be down at the Chick 46-yard line. Only a 16-yard punt, no return, and the Demons will have it 1st and 10 at the Chick 46-yard line. And the Demons have already scored on their first 2 possessions here in the second half of play. Let's see if the Chicks can keep them out of the end zone here as the Chicks trail 48-7, 2:10 to go in the third. An update, gentlemen, from the Oscar Brooks Sports Complex. The Blanchard Lions have regained the lead over John Marshall, 13-10, 5 minutes left in the third. From the Chick 46-yard line, the snap goes over the head of the quarterback. He dives on it back at the 41-yard line. New quarterback in there for the Demons. It's going to be
Kobe Kirkland, the 5'11", 165-pound sophomore in there for their starting quarterback. I was wondering how long Duncan was going to keep their starting quarterback in, and he was taking some pretty good licks down there from the Fighting Chicks on that last series that they had.
Bad snap, and it's going to be a 13-yard loss back to the Duncan 41-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down and about 23 for the Demons. Got Kirkland back in the shotgun now. Not a very good snap, but there's kind of the inside pitch. The Chicks will figure it out, but a flag comes in as they drop him for a loss back at the 39-yard line. That's Spencer Kag on the carry. We've got a hold against the Demons.
Back them up, take whatever we can get.
I think the Chicks are going to decline here, John, is what I saw from one of the coaches. We'll see.
Yeah, I think Coach would just rather they just kept those flags in their pocket by now, but they opened up the can of and they keep on coming down. George, that high snap was something that was pretty consistent with the starting QB. I just don't think that the backup QB has made the adjustment to those high snaps. Seemed to work for the starter, but hasn't worked out too well for the backup yet.
3rd down, 24 for the Demons from their own 40. They've got to get to the Chick 36 for the first down. Here's a running play, and Babineau tripped up at about the 41-yard line. One of the Chicks got over there with the
looks like Clayton Mosley getting up off the bottom of that pile, and Kobe back there in the backfield harassing the quarterback on the handoff. So Fighting Chick defense is hanging tough out there. It doesn't matter if Duncan's got the substitutes in or not. They're going to keep coming after him. And good series there by the Fighting Chick defense.
Gain of only 1, so it's going to be 4th down and 22. And Chick should get good field position off this. 29 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. The Demons are going to call a timeout. So we'll step aside as well with the Demons leading the Chicks 48-7. You're listening to the Fightin' Chicks.
Chickasha's Country Music Station.
From burgers and breakfast to chicken and ice cream, your Chickasha Sonic Drive-In has what you want when you want it. From the regular Sonic Burger to the Supersonic Bacon Double Cheeseburger and the Chili Cheese Little Doggy to the foot-long Chili Cheese Dog. From a Route 44 Coca-Cola to the Kevin Durant Candy Slushes and a simple sundae to the Chillin' Sonic Blast, Sonic has you covered.
Back in punt formation, the Duncan Demons on 4th and 23, and it's a decent kick by the punter, and it rolls down to the Chickasha 30-yard line. So it's a 28-yard punt, no return, and the Chicks have it 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line. Just the 3rd time they've had the football here in the second half. And 3rd-string quarterback Tyler Thompson under center gives it to Braden Blakes, gets to the edge, and a gain of a couple at about the 32-yard line. That's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter. The Duncan Demons put a couple of touchdowns on the scoreboard, and they extend their lead to 48-7 over the Fightin' Chicks. We'll be back with the 4th quarter momentarily. You're listening to CHS Football on 106.1 The Ranch.
Staff at Joe's are on the ball when it comes to showing you the ins and outs of your new kitchen and laundry appliances. They'll take all the time you need to make sure you know all the available features. And if you ever need their service, they are here to help. Joe's Maytag on Grand Avenue in Chickasha, also serving the Anadarko and Tri-City areas.
Oh my gosh, ladies, look at her shirt. It is so cute. I like cute shirts and I cannot lie. You other girls can't deny when a girl walks in with a real cute tee. We all get that envy. So ladies, want to rock cute shirts?
Oh yeah.
Rock that Wing T-shirt. We got you back at Wing Tees, 802 West Chickasha Avenue.
Small town feel and personality with tremendous selection. Chickasha Lumber Company is locally owned and perfectly located. Personal service, prompt, concise delivery, and a vast knowledge of the building industry sets us apart from our big box store counterparts. Products you know and trust, and the willingness to serve you, our neighbors, is a mighty combination. Old friends and new, we invite you to check us out today. Chickasha Lumber Company, 1620 South 4th, where service makes the difference.
See this badge? Of course not. It's radio. It says Train Comfort Specialist. It means we're expert technicians and as reliable as the Train systems we install, keeping your winters cozy and summers cool. And when you do see this badge, you'll immediately feel more comfortable.
Introduce your home's heat and air system to the heat and air experts at Ben Milam at 224-4314. That's 224-4314.
It's hard to stop a Train Comfort Specialist.
Onto that ball, looked like it might have came out there for just a moment and then secured it back. 3rd down and manageable here. 3rd down and 4 for the Fightin' Chicks.
Ball right in the middle of the field, and they give it to the tailback who surges forward for the first down. How about some power running there by Mr. Brandon Russell, the man with the Chickasha touchdown earlier.
They're calling that one a first down, not even going to measure for it. Knows the ball right on the 40-yard line. Fightin' Chicks 1st down and 10.
Just their 3rd first down of the half.
I'm looking to see Tyler Thompson hang on to one of these because he's coming around the edge off of that when he gives it to one of the up backs to the first back through. Nobody is following him as he comes around the side, so I'm watching for him to hang on to one of these.
Fresh set of downs for the Chicks. And they give it to Russell, who's over the left side, picking up 4 or 5 yards. So a good gain on first down for Mr. Russell. They're going to spot it at the 45. So second down and 5 from there. We're just underway in the fourth quarter.
Good looking play. They're picking up good chunks of yardage. 2nd and 5. They can get this one into a first down.
Again, no huddle. Duncan shows blitz. Here's Russell, gets the first down and more down to the Duncan 46-yard line.
Good looking
play. Good burst
play.
of speed there.
They just keep going at it, and that's what they were doing in the first half, and they broke that big one loose for a touchdown, and look for them to keep popping it up the middle.
Thompson on the option play gives it to Russell again, and again he surges inside the 45 to about the 43-yard line. Second down and 8 from there. The Duncan Demons scoring 20 points off Chickasha turnovers and special teams miscues tonight. 2nd and 7 we'll call it. And there's Russell again fighting for yardage. Gets to about the 40-yard line.
Flying around down there. You hate to see him play sloppy a little bit. That was a little bit of a sloppy tackle there towards the end. You want to see him going crisp at it. And 9 minutes and 47 seconds and counting in the fourth quarter.
Down 48-7 are the Chicks. And again, it's this time it is Thompson on the keeper, breaks a tackle and gets the first down. There you go, Howie.
I've been waiting for him to do that. They've been leaving him alone. They were keying on him when he first came into the game, and he's been handing it off steadily up the middle. He's got enough quickness laterally to kind of make some things going. Go ahead, John.
Howie, he had some room there. I think it was kind of a confidence issue there. The first time he realized he had some space, but he had a little bit of room. If he can get that confidence up and hit that edge, I think he can get a little bit more yardage.
1st and 10 at the Duncan 35-yard line. And again, they give it to Braden Blakes this time, and he picks up maybe
they're calling it 2 yards down there, so it'll be a 2nd and 8. They call it 2nd and 9 on the scoreboard, but that's a 2-yard gain down there on the field.
This drive starting at the Chick 30-yard line. Abrams in motion. The ball comes out. Bad snap. Bad exchange. Looks like the Chicks are going to keep it, though, here.
Man, yeah, they're calling 3rd down, so it's Fighting Chicks keep the ball right there. We got to. That's the can't get the play started unless we get that going, so. Man, that one's tough. So everything kind of starts, and you know that they were wanting to pick up some yards there on 2nd down. They come up here to 3rd down and 9.
Ball comes out. Braden Blakes struggling for extra yardage, fumbled the football.
Yeah, they're going to call that one a turnover. That'll be a first down for Duncan, or are they calling it?
I haven't seen it. Duncan's not celebrating, John.
No.
I think the Chicks recovered
They may have
it.
called it down.
Could be.
Nope, they're calling first down Duncan.
Well, just when the Chicks had a decent drive going. And
if I had a challenge flag,
yeah.
I'd throw it because I thought he was down when that ball popped out of there.
On second effort, Blakes loses the football and turns it back over to the Duncan Demons. 8:23 to go in the ball game. Chicks will be back home at Memorial Stadium next week, taking on the Ardmore Tigers, the top 10 team in Class 5A, as they normally are. And we'll have the two flexbone offenses going at it. Shawnee leads Noble 28-7. Duncan has it 1st and 10 at the Chickasha 26-yard line. New quarterback is in there, and this is going to be
that was Babineau
Jonathan Babineau again.
Coming off the left side, near side towards us, and they've still got their backup quarterback in there, Kobe Kirkland, in there for the rest of the game, doing some mop-up duties in a lopsided game here with Duncan on top in their homecoming. On top of Chickasha, 48-7.
Trying to get an update on that Anadarko score that you might be interested in. Anadarko and Elk City. That was Anadarko was up in that ball game earlier, so we'll do some updating on that. Blanchard was still leading John Marshall at last report. 2nd and 8. It's a high snap, And it's going to be an option play kept by the quarterback, breaking a couple of tackles, gets the first down to the Chick 40. 45 still going to midfield to the Chick 40. 35 and 30. Only one man can catch him, and they finally do from behind.
Trace Brantley on this touchdown-saving tackle, but that young man, credit the young man from Duncan, he broke 4 Chickasha tackles, and that's just you hate to see that by the Chicks, just giving up a big gainer like that. That's tough. That's a back-breaking one down there. Trace Brantley with the touchdown-saving tackle for the Fighting Chicks.
Down to the Chick 18-yard line, so a big gain there. As Kirkland directing this drive here on the option play, keeps it, throw short. It's going to be complete to the Chick 10, 5. The ball comes out, and the ball is still loose. Pounced on about the 1-yard line. Chicks recover.
Good job down there. Clayton Mosley coming up with the fumble recovery and giving some new life to the Chickasha offense. Deep in the shadow of their own goal post. Doesn't matter. You stop a touchdown down there, and Connor Kennard, wide receiver from Duncan, 6'3", 180 senior, coughs that one up down there right on the goal line. Good job Fighting Chicks defense. Now get something going here. Get this one out of the shadow of the goalpost, and they are deep, deep, deep in their own territory.
First turnover.
Looks like we're going to have a new quarterback here, guys.
All right, down to the 4th-string quarterback now for CHS. At their own 1-yard line.
That's number 10, Logan Johnson in there. He's a freshman.
All right, let's see what the freshman can do under center, running the flex bone offense. And they're going to give it to Braden Blakes over the left side. He's going to get about 4 yards.
Logan Johnson's a big kid.
Yes, he is.
He's taller. He's about 6'3", just a freshman. Saw him this morning at the breakfast, and he stood up and looked down at me. Good to see the young guys getting some reps in here.
2nd down, 7 from the Chick 4-yard line. Ball comes out, not a good exchange, and there's this.
That's going to be close to a safety.
Yeah.
They're saying he got it out. The linesman's ruling it. That's right about the 1-yard line.
Anadarko leading Elk City at last report, 21-0. That's a halftime score. Surely it's well into the 3rd quarter by now. Thank you, Mark Fleming, for passing that score along. 3rd down, 8 for the Chicks. Again, back up at their own 2 after that fumble recovery by Clayton Mosley. And they give it to Braden Blakes over the right side, trying to get Sterling Claffin some room there on the punt. He's going to work it out to the 5-yard line, so it's going to be 4th down and long.
This would be Javier Willits coming in, backup kicker to kick this one. Don't want to Sterling with that knee that he's nursing anyway. Don't want to have a chance for them to rush him right here.
So Sterling or Javier will be back about his end line. He's actually standing a little bit closer than he normally would on this 4th down play. And now there's going to be a timeout with 5:28 to go. And the Duncan Demons lead the Chickasha Fighting Chicks 48-7. The Chicks take a timeout. You're listening to the Fighting Chicks on 106.
From burgers and breakfast to chicken and ice cream, your Chickasha Sonic Drive-In has what you want, when you want it. From the regular Sonic Burger to the Supersonic Bacon Double Cheeseburger and the Chili Cheese Little Doggy to the foot-long Chili Cheese Dog. From a Route 44 Coca-Cola to the Kevin Durant Candy Slushes and a simple sundae to the Chillin' Sonic Blast, Sonic has you covered. Still with half-price soft drinks during happy hour every day from 2 to 4. This is how you Sonic.
Southern Plains Medical Center, SPMC, has been providing quality health care to the residents of Southwest Oklahoma for 100 years. And SPMC offers general surgery, internal medicine, lab and radiology, and many other services that others cannot offer anymore. In Anadarko, the Physicians Hospital offers Caddo County residents health care and vision care with the Advanced Eye Center in downtown Anadarko. Together, Southern Plains Medical Center and the Physicians Hospital Anadarko, proudly serving the residents of Grady and Caddo counties.
The backup quarterback out with that shoulder injury. So Chicks have to play through it and play as hard as they can. Here's an option play for the quarterback, Kirkland, and the Chicks track it down after a short gain.
TJ Wicks coming in on the tackle there, helping out also is number 5, Jameel Finley on that one. trying to sniff that one out. That quarterback, he's got some shiftiness to him. When he does that it's almost a read option type of look where he sticks it in the gut of the running back and then pulls it out the other side. It's kind of hard to track down.
Third and 7, Duncan from the Chick 37-yard line. Chicks are showing blitz. It's not a very good snap. It actually rolls back to the quarterback. He's got to fall on it back at the 41-yard line, so that'll make it 4 down.
Youngsters get game experience, which you normally wouldn't get at this point in the game, and nothing beats that.
Duncan back to punt, and Jose Solano back to return at about his 7-yard line on this 4th and 11. And there's
the delay game.
Delay of game as the Demons let the clock run down to 2 minutes and 41 seconds. All right, time to start considering who our Chickasha Lumber Company player of the game might be, and we'll have that in our post-game coverage coming up here in just 2 minutes and 41 seconds of game play. And some good candidates to choose from here tonight. The Chicks are going to drop to their 4th straight loss. Here's the punt. It's going to be a short punt right down the middle of the field. The Chicks call a fair catch and takes a big Duncan bounce inside the 10-yard line down to the 8-yard line. 33-yard punt, no return. The Chicks have it 1st and 10 at their own 8-yard line.
Tough night for the Fight Chicks. Wasn't just the injuries tonight that did them. They basically mistaked themselves.
Those are the two that came to my mind. What's nice to see about both of those young men here late in the game, they're begging for the ball, wanting it. They've both been playing hard and wanting to still get that last touch on the football.
Thompson takes the snap and keeps it, and he's going to be hit for a loss. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage.
They call it a first down.
How about that?
So you got just enough.
Yeah, we'll take it. I think you got to give Tyler Thompson at least some consideration tonight for stepping in there. The second half here. Also, Kobe Powell.
Kobe Powell's harassing like crazy down there on defense.
1st and 10 Chicks. And it is
Tyler Thompson
on the keeper of the left side, and he picks up another first down as we're under a minute 40 to go in the ball game now. The Chicks will have to look to October to get their first win of the season. Just short of the first down, call it 2nd down and 1 from the 34-yard line. Blake has the first down and across the 30 to about.
I like the quarterback's aggression on that run. He's making a last-minute push for player of the game here and trying to do what he can to get comfortable in that spot and do what he can to contribute to the team.
Out to the 40-yard line where it's 1st and 10. The drive started at the 9-yard line. And here's a big, powerful run over the right side of that. Braden Blake's again. No, it's going to be Neil Finley. Again, he's one of the youngsters in there. Finley is sophomore. Going to be another first down for the Chicks.
I'm seeing a lot of promise from these younger guys tonight. I see the freshman in there at the quarterback, Mr. Johnson, earlier on that last series down inside the goal line. Seeing some sophomores and getting some solid playing time here and getting some touches on the ball.
Chicks work it out to midfield where it's 1st and 10 with 30 seconds to go. Abrams in motion, and there's a pitch it's to Thibodeau. He's to the 45 and 40, 35-30. Face mask, no call. Tackled at the 25-yard line. David Thibodeau, about a 26-yard run.
Guys, that's the best option we've seen all year. He sold it great, planted, and pitched it at just the right time. He did a fine job on that play.
That was good looking. That was Jamel Holloway-esque as the way he carried that one out. He's going to hate I said that because he's a huge Oklahoma State fan.
All right, under center is Thompson with 7 seconds to go. And Thompson keeps it. He's going to be hit at the line of scrimmage, and that'll end the ball game. Duncan wins the district opener against the Fightin' Chicks. Duncan improves to 2-2, 1-0 in district play. The Chicks fall to 0-4 overall and 0-1 in district play. Duncan 48, Chickasha 7 is your final. We'll be back with the recap and postgame in a moment. This is the Fightin' Chicks on 106.
What's the first thing you notice when you walk into an Arbest?
When I come in and they call me by name.
Half of the people there call me Aunt Bliss.
Even the branches that I don't go in a lot, usually I get a greeting.
When you get off work, You want to see happy people.
They always say good morning or good afternoon.
They answer everything I need.
I enjoy seeing my family at our best at any time.
When I'm running late and you think you're not going to make it and those doors are still open here, it's a relief.
Arvest Bank. Our customers say it best. Member FDIC.
Wish you could undo your Verizon or AT&T contract? Just bring your bill to a U.S. Cellular store, and we guarantee we'll beat your current plan price. If we can't, you'll get a $50 promo card. Retail installment contract, shared connect plan, phone turn-in, $25 activation fee, and device protection plus required. Must port in number from Verizon or AT&T on comparable shared data plan. $50 U.S. Cellular promo card issued by MetaBank, member FDIC, valid for purchase in-store or online. Other restrictions apply. See store for details.
Seljamore has all the devices to keep you and your family connected no matter where you are. Seljamore, your U.S. Cellular authorized agent. Check out our Chickasha location at 1714 South 1st.
From CSS Seljamore.
Chickasha's Clinic Pharmacy, a locally owned Health Mart pharmacy, is a proud supporter of Fightin' Chick football. Flu season is approaching, and now is the time to get your flu shot at the Clinic Pharmacy. With low competitive prices, accepting most insurances, close to doctor's offices, and with a drive-through.
Another 51 yards this time, and Jonathan Babineau with a 12-yard touchdown run capped that 51-yard drive to make it 48-7 after the PAT. And that's all the scoring for the Duncan Demons. The Chicks had the ball 3 more times in the second half and had one pretty good series, turned it over on a fumble, but then the Chicks picked up a fumble as Duncan went in to score. Clayton Mosley with a touchdown-saving fumble recovery there. Let's go down to the field. John Mulder has Coach Jerry Don Bray.
Coach, game to start district play. I know you're disappointed, and it seemed like it started out kind of the same way a lot of the other games have, with a lot of promise and then just turnovers and a couple of missed opportunities. And before you know it, the opponent jumps out on us, and it's hard to claw the way back.
Yeah, it's hard to get any momentum going when you keep turning the ball over and you're not putting any points on the board. I thought our defense played really hard all night. Thought those guys got after it. That's a talented Duncan team with a really good quarterback. I thought he just kind of managed the game and took over the game, and the difference was their signal caller at quarterback was really good, and ours hurt his hand and couldn't play, and we just turned the ball over too much.
Yeah, Jake went out of the game and looked to bang up his hand pretty good, and had a couple of other youngsters in, and of course I'm sure that's not the reason you would want your backups playing, but it certainly was nice to see a few of the youngsters late in the game and guys that we haven't been able to call all year.
Yeah, the speed of the game is when the number one team's in there, it's really fast. So we struggled with the speed of the game with our backups in there a little bit, but we're just going to go to work and next man up and just keep trying to get better.
No, I mean I see your message to the team. I know that you and the coaching staff are in there working tirelessly for the right schemes, just trying to find the right advantage for these young men to be successful. And I know you and the coaching staff. You guys are competitive and you want to win, but I know you want it for these young men as well. And it's hard to see the forest for the trees sometimes whenever you're fighting right through all this stuff. But can you tell me any positives that you saw tonight that you look back on?
Yeah, there's a lot of them. I mean, our offensive line, I thought, really came off the ball and moved the piles. Quarterback didn't always make the right reads. And then defensively, I think we got some guys that are really out there flying around, getting a bunch of sacks and causing havoc. We just got to do a better job of forcing turnovers on the defensive end and get some confidence going. Our guys look defeated before we take the field, and at halftime they got this look in their eye of what in the heck's going on. They just got to go out there and get some experience and learn and figure out how to go win.
Coach, thanks a lot, and good luck as the rest of the district unfolds.
Thanks, John, and thanks to Coach Jerry Don Bray in his postgame comments here as the Duncan Demons defeat the Chickasha Fightin' Chicks 48-7. And again, Duncan wins the turnover battle 4-1 tonight, Howie.
Yeah, it was tough to overcome. You can't take anything off the board, but if you look at the first half, it was 34-7 going in. You take 20 points from turnovers away, and maybe that's 4 punts. It was 4 possessions. It's 14-7. Gave him the ball at the 1st and goal at the 1, gave him the ball 1st and goal at the 4, 1st and 10 at the 15, and a pick 6. Yeah, those are tough to overcome. There's going to be some teams tomorrow if the number 1 team in the nation tomorrow gives the number 117 team in the nation the ball at the 1, the ball at the 4, a pick 6, they're not going to win that game either. So they're digging a big hole in the first half on this one, and that was the story of the night, trying to overcome the big hole that was dug.
And again, some key injuries with Jake Womack out with a hand injury. I'm sure he'll be evaluated over the weekend. Robert Ferguson, the backup quarterback, was already injured, didn't play at all tonight. But kudos to the 2 guys that came in, and Tyler Thompson that got some playing time, and also
Logan Johnson.
Freshman, Logan Johnson.
Yeah, definitely you got to come in when your number's called. And, there's a couple of times they had to take a timeout when guys aren't paying attention and they're not on the field. They got 10 guys on the field, or they're getting close to getting a delay a game. That's just stuff that's all going to come with experience and the speed of the game and as we go through the rest of the stats from the game.
All right, so let's go ahead and recap from the Duncan's second quarterback on their second touchdown after their second possession. About 4.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. It was 48-7 at that point. The Chicks got the ball at the 20 and picked up a first down, got out to the 30-yard line, had to kick the football away. And then Duncan got the ball back at the 46-yard line. They would run 3 plays and out. And the Chicks got the ball at the 30-yard line. Would start a short drive there. The end of the third quarter, the score was still 48-7. The Chicks put together a decent drive right there. Had about an 8 or 9 play drive from their 30 down to the Duncan 34-yard line. That's when one of the last turnover occurred that Duncan picked up and recovered at the 26-yard line, got into the red zone of the Chick 18, and they had a nice little nifty screen pass, did the Duncan Demons, and looked like they were going to score, John, but the Chicks caused the fumble and recovered at the 1-yard line.
Yeah, it was credit to the defense, and they didn't. It was some of the youngsters that kept that drive from being a touchdown. Didn't give up on the play. Ball pops on the ground, and fortunately, it went our way that time, which it doesn't seem like when the ball hits the ground, it's fallen our way too many times this year. But late in the game, and if you gotta count your blessings, we might as well count that one.
Right. That happened with about 7 minutes to go in the ball game, and the Chicks ran 3 plays inside the 5-yard line. Javier Willis with a pretty nice punt out to the Chick 40, where Duncan would run 3 plays, and they would kick the football back to the Chicks with about 2.5 minutes to go. And with the Duncan seconds in there, the Chicks went from their 9 down to the Duncan 24-yard line. And some very good running plays by Braden Blakes and Tyler Thompson. Picked up 4 first downs on that drive. But in the end, the Duncan Demons win this one by a final of 48-7. We'll take a final break. We'll be back with some other scores, our Chickasha Lumber Company player of the game, and what's coming up next when our coverage of CHS football continues on 106.1 The Ranch.
There are several reasons people buy their appliances at Joe's Maytag, but the main reason is simply their slogan, here to help. The professionally trained staff at Joe's are on the ball when it comes to showing you the ins and outs of your new kitchen and laundry appliances. They'll take all the time you need to make sure you know all the available features. And if you ever need their service, they are here to help. Joe's Maytag on Grand Avenue in Chickasha. Also serving the Anadarko and Tri-City areas.
Oh my gosh, ladies, look at her shirt. It is so cute. I like cute shirts and I cannot lie. You other girls can't deny. When a girl walks in with a real cute tee, we all get that envy. So ladies, ladies, want to rock cute shirts? Oh yeah. Rock that. Rock that. Rock that Wing Tee shirt. We got you back at Wing Tees, 802 West Chickasha Avenue.
Small town feel and personality with tremendous selection. Chickasha Lumber Company is locally owned and perfectly located. Personal service, prompt, concise delivery, and a vast knowledge of the building industry sets us apart from our big box store counterparts. Products you know and trust.
Quarterback and running the offense pretty decent after seeing his very first action ever in the varsity football game.
I thought he did a great job for just those reasons. When Coach calls your number, you have to step up. A couple of times, some of the youngsters weren't ready to go. He always seemed to be ready to go, doing whatever the coaches asked. Then, of course, we saw late in the game was well out of hand, but he was still leading his troops down the field. Thought he showed tremendous courage. and poise, and that's something you have to have in the quarterback position. I never call the pencil necks tough guys, but man, he played tough late in the game, and so yeah, he did a real fine job when his number was called.
I agreed as well. Tyler did a great job coming off the bench, third string quarterback. You don't always think you're ever going to get your number called, and he's seen some action as a defensive back and on some special teams, but it's a lot different when you're in the huddle and you're the signal caller and you're making the reads and you're either keeping it or you're pitching it or you're running the pass play, and so. That's tough. We got some other guys on our list as well. Kobe Powell down there, number 65, the young sophomore, good-sized kid, and he was harassing the quarterback all night long. I truly think that they ripped his helmet off a couple of times because the rule is if your helmet comes off, you have to come out for a play. He gets down there, hasn't had his helmet off the whole game. He's down there, sacks the quarterback, and then harasses the quarterback, and then harasses the quarterback again. All of a sudden, his helmet's coming off.
Yeah,
so,
those upperclassmen know how to get underneath that helmet to hide it from the officials and harass those youngsters. But, yeah, I thought he did a fine job as well. A couple of times felt like he needed to break down just a little bit, but his effort was always there. And if your effort's there, the coaches can correct the technique. But, yeah, he put forth a great effort, and I see big things for him over the next few seasons.
Brandon Russell, also a candidate with the touchdown run tonight, made some big defensive plays, but also had a big defensive gaffe that allowed a Duncan drive to continue. The Chicks had a fourth down stop, but with the personal foul penalty, they were able to continue to drive, and I think they scored a touchdown on that drive too.
Yep, and he played great, played hard on both sides of the ball. And of course, a lot of the starters, that's what they are forced to do. Late in the game, we saw his number being called right up the middle. He was asking for the ball, so from his energy and effort at that point, you got to congratulate him. But you've got to show that poise as a leader for the team. Coach Bray mentioned to the guys right at the end of the game, guys, we need some leaders to step up and reveal themselves. And that's one of those situations where you got to keep your mouth shut. Probably didn't need to be called, but don't put the official in a situation where he's going to make that call.
All right, one more nomination. Let you guys have some more. Braden Blake's Mr. Consistency, I think, for the Chicks, Howie.
Yeah, Braden's just getting it done out there, game in and game out. He's the one that you're going to keep feeding it up the middle, and he's going to pop one on you. And he's going to shut you down on the run. He's a kind of a strong safety, hybrid linebacker type position. And he's a tough, hard-nosed kid, and he's one of those guys that's out there making the plays. Didn't see him do anything in a blowout game like this, and this was a blowout after coming out of that second half. And in a game like that, you've got to keep your composure. And we saw that from him tonight. I'm gonna vote for Braden Blakes.
Yeah, and just like we've said, you're right, George. Mr. Consistency, consistent on both sides of the ball, just grinding away on the offense up the middle, flying around on defense. And one of the leadership things that I saw about him, one of the pooch kicks, number 23, I believe is a youngster, Trace Brantley. I saw him say, "Hey, nice job on getting into the outside, but you ran away from your blockers. Come on in and follow us, big guys, and we'll lead you to the promised land." So that was a nice sign of maturity that I saw from him on special teams. He's into the game, and I can't say enough about his progression. He seems to be the most improved player out of this bunch that I have seen from last year to this year. He's developing into a heck of a football player.
Vote from Coach Bray. Did he give a player?
No, he didn't have a vote this week.
Okay, didn't have a vote this week. All right. Guys, I kind of like Kobe Powell just because of his defensive expertise here tonight. And so I'm going to vote for Kobe. And so we'll just we'll do the old Democratic way, I guess. So.
Well, my nod still goes to Blake's, and I like Kobe. I like the Big Hogs. We haven't got to call their name a whole lot this year, so he showed definite signs of improvement on that end.
Howie? He's got the deciding vote, John.
I do have the deciding vote,
there's pressure.
And I know Braden Blakes is going to get another one, so I'm going to have to go with Kobe Powell on this one because, He might get some next year when he's a junior. He's just going to get bigger, stronger, and faster. But I think I'm going to go with Kobe because the disruption that he caused coming out of the locker room at the second half, and he was doing it some in the first quarter, just wasn't able to kind of get loose. I'm going to have to go with Kobe Powell on that one as well. And the young man, he's got some good things coming from him. He's been playing football ever since he could get a helmet on and Mom would let him play. And so Kobe Powell played Chickasha Lumber Player of the Game against Duncan for his defensive performance.
All right. Hey, we want to thank you for tuning into our special coverage tonight. Next week, the Chicks are at home when they take on the Ardmore Tigers. The Duncan Demons go on the road to Dell City to take on the Eagles. Our thanks to you for tuning in, to our sponsors for making our coverage possible, and to my broadcast partners here, Howie Jackson and Jonathan Mulder, Dennis Lynham, our videographer here in Duncan, and our engineer-producer back at the studios, Bobby Maston. Thanks for tuning in. Our final score for the final time, Duncan 48, Chickasha 7. We hope you've enjoyed the broadcast as much as we've enjoyed bringing it to you. This is George Plummer. Good night from Duncan.
Hi, Joe McIntosh, waking you up weekday mornings from 6 to 10. We've got your classic country legends and the latest from Luke Bryan and Florida Georgia Line on Chickasha Country, 106.1 The Ranch.